about. Welcome, everyone. This is game number 1 in another best of 7, another Hidden Cup 3 decider. Winner here will move on to the main event of Hidden Cup 3 with over $50,000 in prize pool with Hidden Identities, March 19th through the 22nd. Fire is... he's one of those that's expected to go through. He's always been one of those players in the conversation, was in Hidden Cup 1, was also in Hidden Cup 2, though he didn't go too far into those tournaments. He's gone for Chinese, and then we have Barles, who shocked the world and beat Slam in round 1, and he's gone for Mayans, Daniel.
Yep. Hello. Yeah, I think personally I like Fire's chances more here, just because Fire's just a more noble player, and I also have played with Fire a bunch. I've practiced with him a bunch just because, I don't know if you remember, but I was on Bazookas on Voobly.
Yeah.
And we practice a bunch team games. Sometimes we practice one-on-ones. We also practice for Hidden Whip 3. I mean, I lost, but, you know, I practiced
You practiced, yeah.
I practiced quite a bit with Fire. And so, yeah, I think his chances are good here against Barles. But
Okay.
I honestly have never seen Barles play. I don't know why. I saw his games against Slam, which I think those games don't really entail much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, because he played very meta in those sets, right?
Yeah.
But then he didn't. There wasn't much to entail about his style and stuff like that. And I have never seen him ranking for some reason, maybe because of the time zone difference. So I'm pretty curious as to see how they play out.
Yeah, there's got to be something to that as well. It's almost like, you know, the qualifier for Hidden Cup, you know who everyone is, so you should have a sense of how they play. But with Barles, it's like the hidden qualifier because no one knows his preferences. I know that this guy played a lot of Hun Wars back in the day, and he seems to choose a lot of lands maps and plays very, very safe, I would say. There's nothing hugely surprising about his game, but you know,
he's not a Huang. He's not a Huang where it's just like, wow, like what's going on
Yeah.
when you play him? It's just like heartbeat every 20 seconds, like 3 mangonels.
Exactly.
Like he plays very standard, and that's why I think Fire also playing a very, very standard clean player.
Yep.
I think should be pretty good against him. So
Okay. Well, sounds good to me. The maps here, first thing we should really touch on, it seems the big takeaway for me is this massive hill in the center, because the stones can be so important for Fire there, and also that gold. I think Barles will have no complaints about his map. He could certainly wall up, get to stone, get to gold, get to plumes if he wants, whatever he chooses to go for his Mayans. At Fire, it's not the best map, but it's mainly the hill in the front that worries me for him.
Yeah, I would say the middle that you're pointing out with neutral gold with the 3 gold in between. I would say that hill is probably what they're going to be fighting for the whole game.
Okay.
Which I personally, unless Barles get a very clean dark drush, dark age rush into FC on, I don't see how Mines can really fight against Chinese on that, to be honest, because Chinese have knights, and knights are just so good castle age for fighting for positions and stuff like that. And as long as knights have that middle and just a castle, even if Barles gets a faster uptime to Imperial, it will be tough for Mines to ever come back from this.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the hill for both players, there's gold beneath this hill. So this one hill right smack in the middle, it's almost fitting how there's a neutral gold there, you know? Like, it's a hill that matters for both regular resources, but then there's a neutral gold just to reward you if you take it. That's cool.
So if you win that hill, it's just GG easy. That's basically it.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that hill is going to be the most important thing at the game, and I don't know. I honestly don't know what each player is going to go for. I see Barles have a Rax now, but that's kind of late for Drush. I'm not sure what he's going for.
Yeah, it's a very late barracks. This is almost like man-at-arm timing. But then again, with Mayans, sometimes you will see some very late drushes. What's
because
the
they
plan
lack
here?
wood in the beginning, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Nothing yet. Just walls. And then I think Fire to me, like, guys, if Fire makes it into the main event of Hidden Cup 3, you're just looking for someone. There's a few players, like Velez, Lan, and Fire. All the players who are, well, I guess Lan and Velez are already in, but Fire is expected to be in. They just play very clean. They tend to play very safe with walls, and that's exactly what Fire's doing. So I believe it will be a scout opening for Fire, just because that's very common for Chinese. But from there, it's all about how you adapt, right?
Yeah, he has to be going scout here. I don't see how. I don't think that he would go for archers here, just because it's like it doesn't
Really
really make
slow.
sense at this point for this
Yeah.
time for timing. So scouts is definitely the play for fire right now, and he's already walled up.
Yep.
He's gonna wall this last part, and he's already fully walled, which is what Chinese wants anyways. And then he's just gonna transition out onto anything that he wants, depending on what Barles is doing.
Okay.
Barles is just not even drushing at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Barles just made what? That's an interesting playstyle. I guess he's just going FC.
yeah, it looks like a fast castle play indeed. I guess you could say that if he made the militia, they might not have got through the walls, but it's weird that like at the time that he placed that barracks, it seemed like he really wanted to use it, you know.
Yeah, that might be like some sort of mind game. Like, just make a rack so fire scouts it,
Yeah.
and then fire's like assault the racks, and he can't determine.
Quick wall.
Nah.
Oh no.
If he gets this, maybe.
Quick wall. You
Hey,
know.
one more. No.
He's trying, Daniel. Oh, that's so sloppy, man. You have to have your walls up.
One more. Oh no, that didn't happen. Oh, that's one bill down. I really wanted him to,
Quick wallet.
show some some sort of like nerding, those Viper things, but then
Didn't happen.
he lost one bill. Not the biggest of deal. And then actually the eagle's huge.
Uh-oh. Will we get the scout?
Losing the eagle's huge.
Oh, God. Dude, this is not a good start for Barles. He had the game plan. That's the most frustrating thing for me as a caster. Just commit to the wall a second earlier and you're fine. And I guarantee you, I don't know. We don't know Barles and his mentality, but for me, that would tilt me a little bit. How about you?
Well, I mean, I get tilted off of anything, so like, so yes, that will tilt me myself. But yeah, I mean, it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best right now.
Yeah.
You definitely still can pull the FC off like easily because you pushed in like 3 deers, so it's still very easy. And he's hiding his trench. I like that though. He's hiding the archer range.
That's true.
That is that I think is really good because now I don't think Fire has an idea.
If he's going plumes.
Yeah, Fire.
Yeah.
Yep. Fire only sees one stone and he doesn't see the second one, the one that's inside. So if you can see the one that's inside, at least you can use Palisade Wall to like
To scan. Yeah.
scan it. But now it's like he can't like he doesn't know which one it is. And I would say he would even presume that it might be plumes because
He
like,
sees the
even though he
blacksmith.
sees the racks,
Yeah.
but like you would presume someone playing like this is going plumes because that's just a better unit.
Yep.
So I like that archer range being just inside and something that he can't scout.
Oh, okay. So Scout gets lost. It's not the end of the world now that he has other scouts now. Daniel, as we wait for the inevitable fast castle crossbow for Barles, Fire's going to farm like crazy. His food eco is going to get to the point where he can eventually click up, but he's pretty far behind. How much did you train with Fire? Because I know you trained with a lot of top players. You trained with Stark. I'm not Stark, sorry. Nikov. I was thinking that.
Too soon mentioning his name.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Stark played you in the best of 5 and beat you. I'm sorry, but you. I'm so sorry. That was so mean. You didn't train with Stark. You played against Stark, but you trained with Nikov. You said Fire. How many other players were you training with?
Hera.
Okay.
Yo, Licks. That's probably mostly it. Yeah.
Okay.
I maybe a bit. Also Belgium and Spring. Spring organized some show matches.
That's true.
Between and then Ink. So those are basically all the players that I've trained.
Nice.
Hidden Cup 3 maps for.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
And training with Fire, I would say, was very valuable in terms of he really likes to play clean, and he really taught me a few build orders regarding islands. So
Okay.
that was one thing that I definitely should thank Fire for, which is why I think Fire just overall with the map picks with a lot of water, I just think Fire has some of the cleanest build orders there are out there for water maps.
Okay.
So
Good
so
to
I'm
hear.
pretty confident in that.
Yeah. Well, Belgium said, well, oh, okay, this is for a TC, I guess, for Barles. That's why he's, yeah, okay, he's adding a town center. Has he not added a single archer?
Wait, hold on.
What? He hasn't added
Yo,
a single archer.
He's going straight boom, but if he's going straight boom, why is he taking gold like this? He has 200 gold. That's a very strange playstyle.
It feels like this wasn't the plan at the start, but he just turned into this, He's just winging it a little bit.
Yeah, but I actually kind of like it though.
Okay.
Because that's what Mayans want.
Yeah.
But even though I don't think he's gonna be, I don't know, can he fight for that hill though?
Yeah.
That's the biggest issue. Is because there's a hill out there. But I'm saying if you're a Mayans player, you want to get to 3 town centers with plumes
as
That's
quickly as
basically what you
possible.
want.
Yep.
Yep, as quickly as possible. And now Barles has a TC on that stone. He's going to take stone, and he's going to get like a castle, maybe a 23, 24 minutes in.
Yeah.
He still has a very safe gold, which if he doesn't actually have any hills that's directly to his base. There's a hill outside of his base that's really important to scout, but it doesn't have any hills that's like directly on his base where he's going to get mangonelled and like he can't really react to it because of that hill. He can always mangonel back, and he could have monks, so it's okay even though you're giving basically every single relic there is possible to fire, which is what fire is going to definitely take advantage of. So
it's a bit of greed. I mean, there's a trade-off here. You gain an eco lead, but the risk is you give up some map control. So fire, I would like to... Actually, fire has to make some decisions here, right? Because with his wood count, I don't think he can justify a forward siege workshop, because that puts him even further behind an eco. I really think he needs to go for town centers and some knights for map, and then maybe later make a siege workshop on the hill and pressure and do his best to maybe pressure the wood line and just deny these golds, which he is scouting a lot right now.
Yeah, I think that's what he would do too. 3 TC, some knights to get map control, and then a monastery to get relics first.
Yep.
And then I think he starts to siege up on the hill and then play from there. Yep. While Baros is gonna have a castle up, but it won't be the biggest thing. Like even if he does have a castle up, because that castle's not gonna be protecting anything, I would say. That's true. Like the secondary goals, except for the secondary stone.
Yeah, you can't just walk out there. You could maybe delete part of this wall and build it. By the way, we have a command for co-casters, guys. Daniel's Twitch account is AOC Daniel, so I don't know if the mods are listening, but we can add that to the co-caster command. Belgium's giving you props out there, man.
Really? I didn't even see the chat.
Okay, so this is pretty much how we saw it playing out, right? TC first, then now it's Fire's opportunity to punish. And this has been the risk this whole time for Barles, to play it like this. Fire, can he notice that monk? Can he snipe that? Probably not, right? He'd be a god.
Oh wait. Nope.
No, can't get it.
Yeah.
And the spearman did nothing, and this will turn into Fire pressuring with some mangonels, and also adding a monastery. Which is, I think in this case, just to convert any knights he loses right back to his side.
Yeah. I would say letting that relic go is a little sloppy, though, from Fire, because he sees it so easily. Like, he saw it already, and so that was a little sloppy. But it's not game-ending. It's only 1 relic.
Yep.
But,
well, that castle is going to go up for Barles. It's just a matter of where it goes up, right? I mean, in theory... If he has 4 monks and his own mangonel, he could clean up everything Fire has and then build it more forward, which is what he would want. But that's very difficult to pull off.
Yeah, for sure he would want that secondary gold, but I don't think he is. Like, that's a tough one to get. He definitely can't protect that secondary stone for sure.
Yeah.
But not I don't see him being able to get that secondary gold at all.
I wonder if he gets frightened by this mangonel push and almost wants to protect this town center and deletes that farm and builds the castle there.
That would be a disaster play, I think.
Yeah.
That would be very bad, because now he has even less control over his secondary stone.
Yeah.
And then he would just have no resources. Even if Mine's resource lasts longer, it's not ideal to do that. He's pulling ahead in eco though. 10 vills ahead, which is pretty good for for Mines versus Chinese, because Chinese starts at +2, Mines only starts at +1.
Hey, Barles has done a great job keeping these villagers alive on the wood line as well. He really just needs to get most of them out there into another area for wood, though. Fire, you know what I really like about Fire's play? He's on 3 TCs behind this, and also he didn't overcommit into knight upgrades. He knows that getting tons of knights and tons of armor isn't important, so he's actually scouting these relics at the moment. Will snag what he can. And it's a reasonable amount of pressure, but it's nothing excessive. Ooh.
Do you notice that scout that was up by Barles TC? That was very, very smart. That's like just one thing. That's just seeing where the mangonel is coming from. He even got sniped.
And
but that's what a lot of people using outposts and scouts to get information of where other people's mangonels now. At the top level, it's really important. So that was very cute.
This mangonel micro is really nice from both. And actually, Fire, a beautiful dodge. It really sucks he doesn't have a Vill here to repair. But he did snipe a monk, and he hasn't lost a mangonel yet. As I say that. Oh, whoa, 1 HP. Okay, this is why you need the Vil. You got to repair that thing.
Yeah. Do you see Barles' castle position? I don't like it too much, to be honest. I think it's safe, and he's gonna get plumes out to counterattack.
Yeah.
Now, I think he's gonna try to counterattack and raid a fire a little bit.
Okay.
But I don't like. I would because he knew that the mangonels were on the right side, trapping that TC.
He could have built it.
Yeah, to the right of the monastery would have been a little more aggressive and would have been able to protect that secondary stone, which would have been better. And now this castle really is just mainly to get plumes out.
It's also, this is such a small thing, but I hate it because he has so little space for farms now. Like, inefficient, the farms will be less efficient there. Sounds funny coming from me, I know, but I guess he has that back corner. Yep.
Yeah, and well, that's not also not. Well, mines don't need that many farms, but still, that's not enough farm space because you want to build. He's building houses now too.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that's
like,
true.
He's building houses. Yeah, so he needs like a lot of mills and everything. Like that's gonna be tough. And now Fire's about to get a castle of himself. He has like 400 stone. He's gonna get more knights out. He's just gonna castle that hill and play for the long game. I think Chinese still like with siege ram and everything.
Yeah.
I think Chinese has a very good shot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it has to be said, Barles really, he's gone for a passive strategy. He has not really moved out of his base at all here, except to get that one relic earlier. And he has to get some benefit from that. And now he's starting to get the plumes out. He has Bodcanero, he has some monks, he has some Mangonels. He's trying, but for Fire, I think you've done a good job already. You have a few relics just... Oh, Fire wants to stonewall that side, but he doesn't have military there to protect it. This could be what Barles was looking for.
Yeah, I think he can at least snack. Yep, he got snacked. He's gonna snack those 2 Vils for sure as soon as they see it.
Yeah,
so.
nice.
Yeah, that's 2 Vils.
It's not the end of the world, but it's still a sign that Barles is beginning to move out. It also means that Fire can castle
the monks out. The monks are actually very important. If he can protect it, then that would be very, very good. The monks are also coming out. Yeah, that's... Monk
RNG gets 1 conversion. It's not bad.
Yeah, he still has faith in 2, so that's not bad at all. Actually, if he can get this like little hill control and get some sort of counter, like some sort of damage into Fire's eco, that would be good.
And Fire's mango is on the left. This is why you convert knights. Can Fire get his own conversion and a repair? I think that knights needs to be deleted. Oh wow, he deletes it after the kill. That was beautiful. And they're both on the way up. Beautiful. This is close, but I think Fire will like his position more with the castle on that all-important hill.
For sure, and I think even with those 3 monks and a lot of plumes there, I'd still think Fire will be able to wall that side. That's a really smart wall. That's just something that's the difference between, I would say, someone who plays tournaments a lot and someone who just, like, someone who are so used to casual games, so they don't really like stonewall, and someone actually like plays in the tournament mode. That's the difference right there. Yeah,
you're right. Just the small things that go a long way. Yeah. Nice micro here from Barles. Beautiful micro, in fact. Has the monks back here. These knights.
I don't know about this fight for Fire.
The knights don't have armor yet. This is
a horrible fight, I think.
Yeah. Why is Fire?
Yeah.
Why is he fighting this? Yeah. No need.
I think he wants that. He really wants the left side walled, but I don't think he needed it yet, right? He has a stone out there that he has to protect with that and the gold, but I don't see it being this important to a point that he's gonna have to sacrifice. He lost like 6 or 7 knights there.
Before upgrades too, and now I believe Barles wants to build another castle here. Kind of sucks for him. He has to buy it. But man, excellent micro from Barles. Again, look at the split, man. Barles is seriously, look how confident he is too. I'm loving this.
Yeah,
what?
I like that. Well, that's a very nerdy player out here.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely surprised. Wow, this is crazy. This is actually a really, really good micro. I mean, last time against Slam, he did some really impressive micro too. But this game, that was like...
That was so confident. It's not even the micro itself. It's just that he had the balls to pull it off.
Yeah.
Some nerd play.
To be against 10 knights with only like 12 plumes.
Yeah, but now I think it was too much because his plumes are a bit weak from all that. It's +2 armor on the knights, and Fire ends up getting more kills. The micro looked good, but I don't know if it was really worth it. Man, Barles can't take his stone. He can't take his neutral golds. Oh, he has a castle on this side. In the south? Do you see this?
Oh wow, I actually completely missed it. That's
weird.
Yeah, I guess that castle is good
Ooh.
that it can't get trapped down.
Yeah.
It's not. You can't get any secondary golds. As long as Fire has Town Watch, which he does, you can't. He has all the golds like that he see. Like if you look at Fire's minimap and like how much he sees everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Baros is attempting to do, and he actually just has to chill on the hill and do nothing until Barles have to eventually come out for a secondary gold, in which he just pounds. That's it. So he doesn't have to. He's saving up trebs and stuff like that. This is just perfect play from Fire right now.
Yep. No trickle trebbing. Tons of Cavalier. His castle goes up at the perfect time. Fire unfortunately doesn't get a conversion, but it doesn't really matter now. And yeah, I think that Fire he has punished Barles for how greedy Barles played in this game. We talked about the hill at the start. Exactly. He has the golds. His eco behind it is pretty much just as good. Not perfect.
It's not better because it was never harassed, and he can farm anywhere that he wants, and Barles have to farm within like a little square.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, Barles is. Look at that stone there. Like that stone is not secured at all. I think Fire is just waiting till he has about 4 trebs, and then he'll make his move. Go for the big push.
Baros is going for that ultimate mines army though. That's just that army that's just so annoying to deal with. Halbs and plumes.
They're elite plumes too.
Yeah, he's just gonna spam it all day, and with Halbs, it's not gonna be able. Cavaliers won't trade well. So Fire has to act now. As you see, Fire's gonna be trebbing right now.
Yeah.
That's a smart wall from Barles. If Barles can pull it off fast enough, that would be a very, very good wall.
If it was Slam, we'd see Gates. Oh! Oh! it's Slam.
I mean, he did. Wait, that's still good enough. He only lost like 4 vills, and he's not gonna lose that many now. But...
Yeah, but this castle still, he doesn't have the halbs over here yet. He doesn't have the plume numbers that he needs. Fire. We've seen players make mistakes, Daniel, and do what I call trickle trebbing and send in one after the other. But he's starting with 3.
That was FedEx, I remember.
Yeah, and FedEx was in my chat like, I like to lose trebs. That's my thing. But anyways, Fire, send in your 3rd treb, man. Send in your 3rd treb. Take that castle out. I think he's going to do it anyways, right? It looks like...
Fire's just like, I don't need it, bro.
Yeah.
It's like a 3rd treb, I don't need that. So then, but he's going to lose all those to Halbs, though. I think that's enough Halbs to fight off anything that...
Yeah.
Yeah, right? That's enough Halbs.
Enough.
Yeah, I think that's enough Halbs and plumes to fight off anything that he has. So
I'm looking at Fire's stone walls, man. Fire is not messing around. Like you said, tournament experience... These stone walls are completely punishing the fact that Barles walled at the start and loses a treb, but he's teching into skirm. So I think if you go elite skirm Cavalier, that can take care of plume and halb, depending on how the engagements go, of course.
Yeah, I would say the numbers matter a lot because skirms don't actually kill halbs that fast. Yeah. So that's gonna be a task, but also halbs, even though they have bonus, I'm pretty sure they have bonus against rams. Is that true?
I don't know if they have a bonus. I just know that halbs are decent against rams.
I think they have a bonus, but even if they do have a bonus against rams, they are not that fast. So.
Right side, sneaky plumed archers, halbs, and villagers. Barles is going to make it through here, and he's making barracks, and he's also hoping to tech switch into eagles, which I don't know how on earth he's going to have the gold for that, but he wants to tech switch into eagles.
Has he been selling? Let's check out the marketplace real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and look at that for me. I imagine he's selling a lot of wooden food for gold if he's going eagles.
How do you check that though?
You gotta click all the buttons. You gotta click the See, my overlay here looks different, and now I'm confused, and now you're making me look bad. You're just like Dave, man. Trying to make me look bad. Now you click the, I think it's the one that has the coins. Click the coin button. or wait, no, try clicking the flag one.
Huh?
Just say, oh, I found it, and just say a number, real quick.
Oh yeah, wow, that's crazy. Oh, the market price is crazy right now.
Yeah, see?
I don't know what the market.
Glad I could help.
True.
Glad I could help.
Thank
okay,
you.
so
No problem,
now that we got that sorted, Barles is actually in, and he still has villagers building barracks.
Wait, hold on. Barles is winning like quite a bit.
It very much seems like it. Yeah, I mean he has plumes here, elite plumes on this gold from Fire. And I don't know how this is really happening at the moment. Fire just didn't get the walls up. It still seems like there should be way more resources long-term for Fire. Like, he's 2,000 gold, but he just hasn't been able to hit the right spots with it. And its lack of wall hurts so much.
I don't know where all this gold is coming from Barles, though. Barles just has, like, unlimited gold or something like
It's the market, apparently.
That we will never know of, unfortunately.
Dude, and this villager is building... These two vills are going to town center that extra gold. So he could really harass Fire. This could be so annoying for him.
Yeah, well, getting that gold itself is huge because Fire still has the control of the both secondary golds.
Yeah.
But now, like, I think the army quality-wise, Mayan's army is stronger here. I think if you have like a ball of eagles with plumes, like,
yeah,
how do you ever deal with that as Chinese?
Well, the plume number is not very high. It's mainly just infantry now, and I think if it's Halb, Eagle, Chukonu, and Cavalier can destroy that with the gold that Fire has, and we're also seeing the siege ram come into play.
Yeah.
Yes, there's been some expansion from Barles, but he needs to deal with what's going on. He's losing so many villagers.
Yeah, I think Barles' production stopped for a solid minute there because he was just out of gold in general, and then he just had to keep on selling, but selling doesn't really do anything at this situation.
Yeah.
This fight is also, I would say, even if he wins this fight, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, even if these Eagles take it, because Fire can just reproduce Gold Army again, while
Barles cannot
afford that.
Yeah, exactly. Barles cannot afford that, and we're seeing that now. I mean, it doesn't even look like the best fight in the first place. But these are elite Chukunu. Fire, he's getting every technology. Siege Ram, Cavalier, elite Chukunu. I don't know where Barles came from with all that, but now it seems like Fire's in a clear lead.
Yeah. You know what MBL would do if he had all the gold in the world like Fire?
Bombard towers.
Like some bombard towers or something like that. I honestly don't know how he makes it work, but he makes it work.
He is probably, when we're talking main event for Hidden Cup 3, he's probably the only person that would build bombard towers with Chinese in this situation. Yes. I genuinely think he's the only one that would. Like have Skirm bombard tower.
Yep, that is a classic MBL army for late game, which I think MBL is the easiest to recognize, by the way, in the main event.
I think so too.
Guaranteed the easiest to recognize, and then Vivi probably. I would say those two.
Vivi was tough. I thought Max was Vivi for the longest time in Hidden Cup 2.
Really?
Yeah, like those sneak vills. I didn't know Max for those sneak vills back then.
Oh, and Max loved building a monastery on like the top left, and then some stable on the bottom right, and then rack in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
And then he building some crazy fishing ships like out of nowhere. It's like the classic Max out there.
Yeah.
I think this game should be over within the next 2 minutes. Still, I think
I'm gonna say 10 seconds here. I think the GG's called soon. 110 pop for Barles. He's losing his town center, loses monastery. Most of his villagers are just chopping wood there.
Unfortunately, 10 seconds has already passed.
Yeah, okay. I went for the more bold guess, okay?
Yeah, it'd be like that.
I feel like with the town centers, it's kind of a reason to continue. Because he's thinking he has the gold, he has the stone, but now you have a castle there from Fire. And he will send a lot of his units over here. And okay, 10 seconds, 40 seconds. It's the same thing. Barles came out of nowhere. So it makes me think that Barles can definitely take some games off Fire, but really well played by Fire.
Yeah, Fire just played that perfectly. When the other person plays greedy, that's what you do. You take all the map control in the world. You start playing greedy with your stone walls. I mean, I would say the right side was a little bit of a hiccup, but other than that, he played perfectly.
Yeah. So if you're new out there or you're lower rated, and actually, I think it's more the mid-range elos that really struggle against people who wall, because that's when you know enough to like be aggressive, and then someone full stone walls, and you're like, what? What do I do? That's what you do right there. If someone's that passive, you realize they've given up map control. You take the maps. Fire ended up getting the 4th relic, I believe, or at least I recall there being one over here, and he might have taken it elsewhere. But took the relics, took the gold, took the stones, and Fire takes the win in game number 1. More food, wood, stone, and gold collected for him. It was an insane lead. Barles now, he likes his lands maps. We just got one, and he lost on Arabia. He has Gold Rush? Let's see. He has Gold Rush, Hideout, and Cross available for his home maps, and I highly doubt we're going to see Cross, right?
Yeah, I feel like Cross is just like a last second pick, but he's like, oh, I have no map. I guess I'll just have to pick Cross. That's legit it. So yeah. So I'm saying Gold Rush because that's his first pick.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll hop into game number 2. I imagine it might be Gold Rush. Please pick Slavs. I love Slavs. People need to start picking Slavs more frequently on this map. No, it's Franks. What?
Wow.
I wasn't expecting that one, Daniel. Fire has gone for Mayans, which can be a solid Gold Rush civilization. And Barles, probably the first person to pick Franks in the qualifiers on Gold Rush.
I guess a cheap castle to secure the middle. That would be the thing. I've seen that happen. I've played maybe like I don't know a year or two ago. I was practicing with Chart for some tournament. I don't even remember anymore. And
Yeah.
he picked Franks. He picked Franks against Mayans also against me, and then he got a castle really early up in the middle. And it was really strong because he just kept on building castles after castles. I was trapping one down. He has like 2 more built already.
Yeah.
And I can never get the middle back. So I guess that would be a game plan for Barles. Would just be triple castling in the middle and just hold on to it forever. But Mayans is a more conventional pick, though. I don't know.
I'm a bit torn on this. Mayans is definitely more conventional, and Fire is an absolute beast with Mezzo. He's amazing with Mayans. However, I also believe that with DE, the meta changed. It shifted more towards people going with ranged units, and I understand the reasoning. However, I think that Franks is still underrated. You still have the higher HP scouts if you go for feudal age aggression. You still have the free farm upgrades. You still have the cheap castles. You have the best paladins in the game. This can work against Mayans. Because if you think back to WK, think back before DE, Franks versus Mayans on Arabia was really close, right? Like, you might have even given Franks the edge, so...
On Arabia, yeah. On Arabia, sometimes, like, well, it depends on the map. Closed maps, obviously, Mayans just beat anything that has ever existed. But if it's an open Arabia, like an open map Arabia, I would say Franks definitely had a chance of taking it.
Yeah.
So, which could work on Gold Rush, too, because Gold Rush is all about the middle control. And I always say Knights is just the strongest unit there is. And Plume's trash unit, according to some people. So, who knows?
All right, well, guys, looking at the maps now, seems very, very fair. Both players have one gold that's kind of exposed, but could be walled in. Daniel, I don't know what your opinions are on the maps. If they're too brutal, then maybe save it for after the stream. But like Cup, for example. But anyways, I personally feel like the team did a great job on the Gold Rush version we have here. The rated version on the ladder that they had in DE was just a disaster. We removed the wolves from the sensors so people can actually be aggressive. There are wolves elsewhere for people who like to meme. You generally are going to have very safe bases. Very similar bases, and we won't have huge imbalances.
Yeah, the DE ranked map was basically Black Forest. It was so wallable. So now I think this map, at least from what I'm looking, is just a lot better.
Yep.
In general, I like it. Like, you can actually put on some aggression. You can't just go FC.
Yep.
I would say both players can't just go FC right now. I'm expecting scouts from Barles. I'm expecting...
What from Fire? Because Mayans is a more traditional pick.
I think with this map, he can do Drush FC.
Okay.
I think with this map, personally, if I'm being greedy, I would definitely go Drush FC on this. Because his berries, even if towered, can be... You can play it out.
Yeah, it's safe.
And his gold is safe enough, for sure, from the gold that's between the 2 forests.
Yep.
Is safe enough for sure for Drush FC. So
Barles is here, and he almost fell for that. And he takes a hit on his scout. I like how active Barles is with his scout right now. There's actually, on this version of Gold Rush, there's no deer. A deer will be added back into the main event Gold Rush. But if there's no deer, it does make it a bit more difficult to go for Drush Fast Castle. And Barles at least seems to be very aware of what's happening. So if the walls don't get up for fire soon, this could actually be quite good for Barles.
That is one thing, though, about being very active with Frank Scouts that I've been thinking, is that, you know how Frank Scouts doesn't get 54 HP until Feudal Age?
Yep.
So him actually just losing 3 HP there is more than 3 HP in a sense.
When he gets the feudal, yeah.
Yeah, when he gets the feudal, it shouldn't have been just 3 HP. It should have been. I mean, it shouldn't have just been like 40. I'm not gonna do the math.
No, do the math. Do the math. Go ahead. I'm kidding. Don't do the math. Trust me. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, no, my brain too small for that. So, but yeah, this is. I think. Oh wow, this is the man at arms from Fire. So.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, so what I was gonna say before we saw he was going for man at arms. I feel. Whoa! Fire. He collected 13 gold from. What? Collected 13 gold. Then built the lumber camp, dropped off that gold.
And now going. I guess he wanted wood first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I guess he only had because he built the racks early to I guess debate.
That's true.
Barles into thinking that he's going man at arms. So then that racks probably was 175 wood. So he probably didn't have wood to build the mining camp. So he's like, yeah, I need a lumber camp first before a mining camp.
This is why you take stragglers, all you low elo legends. This is when you take it. When you need a little bit more wood and you want to transfer back onto food soon, you take the stragglers now. Not at 5 pop. All right, guys? But I'm going to be honest. For Franks, this is exactly what you want. You don't want Drush FC up against you. You don't want man-at-arms against you. And now you can freely farm and freely make those scouts. And Fire, to me, this looks like it looks like straight archers. I feel like scouts into potentially skirmishers do counter that. So...
yeah, for sure.
I don't think Mayans on this Gold Rush, which is more open, are necessarily as good as they were on the Black Forest version of DE. So we'll see. I believe Fire is going to lose his Eagle now, and that will hurt.
I did the math now. It's 50 HP actually. So
you did the math.
Yeah, I just did the math right now. So it's actually 50 HP. So losing 3 health becomes losing 4 health. So it's actually quite a big deal.
Spirit of the Daniel here. Thank you.
Yep. But anyways, let's see. He's only going 1 archer range.
Yeah,
And he doesn't know. He doesn't know on the left side of his wall or not.
No way. Oh, he's checking now, I think. I think he's clicked beyond to check. Oh boy. Oh boy.
No, he doesn't know.
I mean, it might be a non-issue. You never know, but I still feel like everything Fire's making right now is countered by a skirm switch. Everything. The archers and the spears. And maybe if he gets super fast fletching and gets forward soon, but because there's no instant pressure, there's no man-at-arms, or what you would expect from Mayans if they're going for quick pressure. Barles was able to wall even better than Fire. I really like Barles' position right now. I feel like, man, you lose game 1, your opponent does this with Mayans against you when you're going scouts. I feel like you should punish this.
Yeah, he's got 10 farms already, while Fire has only 8, and I don't even know does Fire have horse collar or not, does he? Yes, he does.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think I think Barles is in a way better position too.
As long as you keep the scouts alive though, right? If you go straight, if you lose the scouts somehow, and then you're just going straight skirm, then it opens up the opportunity for the Mayan player to go for Eagle Warriors. So you don't want that, but you know the skirms are already on the way. Sorry.
Fire prepped an eagle already. If you see in his racks.
Yeah,
so,
I see that.
I don't know. He doesn't have a blacksmith though. Fire doesn't even have a blacksmith yet. He's just farming onto. I think he's mainly farming until he gets enough farms before he adds a blacksmith. So pretty economic play from Fire onso. I don't know what he's transitioning into later, but I think both. It's still going to be similar castle time regardless because Barles is making food with skirms, and he has to get +1 and everything.
Yep.
While I don't know if Fire's going to invest into any of those.
I feel like
Fire.
Yeah, I was just going to say it myself. He's probably faking like he's going for more archers, and I think he will play this into Eagles and Pikes in Castle Age because he's definitely not creating any more archers.
He is making fletching again, though. I'm very confused.
I am too, man. I mean, in a best of 7, listen, that's a lot of games. You're going to have a game or two where it might not be perfect, but this here, not at all what you would have expected from Fire, and Barles is looking pretty good at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the economies. Maybe like 3 more farms for Barles, and then I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Well, Barles have a perfect eco though. Actually, maybe a mill actually to the right side of the TC would be good.
Okay.
Like maybe a mill over there. I like
3 more
those
farms. I
because
like it.
yeah.
Now we
He has the
don't.
perfect eco now.
Yeah, we don't look at his base anymore because if he builds more than 3, I look like an idiot. But I think now you have 18 on food. That's enough food income to eventually take you to castle. You also have skirms with fletching, and you have some scouts. So you can... It's kind of tough micro, but... Oh, he's getting armor on the scouts. Interesting.
That's really aggressive.
Yeah, really aggressive, but I think if he gets armor, he for sure cleans this up. It's just a matter of if he invested too much into feudal age with that. And another scout.
He cleans it regardless, though.
Yeah.
Like, he could clean it regardless, so I don't know if that 150 food is needed at all. And he invested into, like, 3 more scouts, too.
Yeah.
So he really wants to clean this right now, which... Let's see. If he gets dwinked by these spearments, definitely not going to be good. So...
Well, he takes the first
Fire's
spearman
doing the
out.
right thing, too. Fire's doing the right thing, because Fire's pulling away to the right side.
Yep.
So the army, even if it all dies, is going to be far away, and he's clicked up the castle age.
Yep.
So... Even lose all this, he lose all map pressure, but I think Fire can be fully walled before this, right?
Yeah, 150 food invested into the armor on these scouts. I think that might be tournament jitters right there. Like, I have to kill, I'm against a better player, and I'm going to get armor. But if you do that, now you're later to Castle Age, and this actually gives Fire an opportunity. And suddenly, things are looking not so bad for Fire. Now, he's making spears right now. I think he should probably make a mix of eagles and spears.
Yeah. I'm not
Loses
sure
that eagle.
what... Barles is moving out with 1 villager right now. Oh, an outpost in the middle.
Okay.
That's interesting. But I don't think that this army will attack anything, though, from Barles. Like, there is scouts so he can break walls, but storms don't really, like... Even targeting walling villagers won't stop the walling villager from doing too much.
Yeah.
So... I think as soon as Eagle scouts... as soon as Eagle goes up to Castle H... He can clean all these skirms up.
Dude, Fire still hasn't walled the left. It's just that Barles assumes he's fully walled.
Mate, if this was found out...
They would be so bad for Fire.
Yeah. Game would be over, actually.
Yeah, just like, if he were to just click something beyond to see...
And it moves to the left? Yeah, that's... I mean, yeah, I don't think Barles is gonna get in here
I don't
at
think
all.
so. Oh, is there a hole there? No, there's not. Okay. So, Barles just transferred to stone. I don't know if you picked up on that. It was just with 1 vill. And he's going to go full knights now. But I find it interesting that he made the skirms. Seemed to make quite a few of them. And then also went to stone here. I don't know if that's to make up for the stone he just invested into the outpost, or if he wants a little bit of stone to maybe go for the Frank castles, like we had said. Eventually.
Yeah, I'm no clue too. Maybe it's for the outposts. I'm not, because 1 villager doesn't seem to be too effective. So now I think Fire has a pretty good army.
Yeah. It
That
doesn't have
eagle-
upgrades yet, so that is the concern, right? But if you get
Whoa, that was a hole. I thought I almost screamed because that was a hole.
if you get Pike and Eagle, then straight knights is difficult. I definitely feel as though Barles is going to... That mining camp confuses me. If you want 5 more stone, you just send a vill. Why build a mining camp if you're not going to...
He stopped taking
more
he
there.
stopped taking stone too.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think it's just... It's so hard to
nerves,
play
man.
perfect. Yeah, a little bit of nerves. Knew he needed the stone. Built a mining camp when it probably wasn't necessary.
Yeah. I think the army composition now, with monks and pikes added, would
Really
be
good.
very tough. Yeah, it would be very, very tough for Franks to deal with at this moment, just because Franks can't. He's just going to be producing knights for now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's on 2 town centers. Keep in mind that his 3-tile gold here is kind of hard to secure, but he is also on stone. So it feels as though Fire, as he fights the scouts, no problem. He definitely wants to build a castle in the center after he gets some good momentum with his military.
Yeah, for sure. Now the skirms feel like they're pretty useless now because they Pikeman has +1. They will get +2 eventually. The skirms probably won't do much. And to invest in that much eco, like for example, elite skirm and +2 would be a lot and would stop his knight productions. I'm not sure it would be even worth it or not. So right now, not sure what Barles' next plan would be. Maybe just keep on producing knights.
Yeah.
Hope for a good high hill, like high hill against low hill fight, and then get a castle in the middle. I would say would be the best plan.
Why is Fire taking this stone with one build? That's so. Like, he walled this. Look at the edge of the map. He walled it there, and now he has a mining camp. That is interesting.
Maybe he's afraid that Barles might break in. So then
big fight on the hill. Armor's in. There's pikes in there. Oh, this is going to be so tough for the knights to engage, I think. Remember, the skirmishers are basically useless, Barles. You have to bail on this. Oh, wow.
Knights walk.
Oh, you use the scouts against the monk, though? That could be really good. And he gets it. Well played, Barles, to get that monk. That's 100 gold down the drain.
But now Fire has all the map control in the world now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very, very tough for Barles to. I don't know how, because he's moving out with
he should
villagers
fight
now.
Here, there you go. Take those. You can take that fight. Yeah, that's as good a fight as you're gonna get, really. And now you. Oh, here come the villagers. Yeah, I mean, can you stop this? Is the question. I don't think he has enough knights. Barles wanted to mine stone so he could castle with the cheap Frank castles, but Fire, he doesn't care. The Fire, he's going to have a 650 stone castle in the center pretty soon. Now what do you do?
I think the biggest problem was the 150 food. That honestly,
in Feudal Age.
Yeah, that snowballed too fast. He went from 150 food on the scouts and added, I think, 3 scouts.
Yeah.
And then after that fight, he had 300 food left.
He should have had a faster castle time than Fire, for sure. He should have had more momentum, and he didn't have it, and now Fire knows this too. Fire wants to drop a castle. Is Barles going to drop a counter castle? He has the stone for it. Oh my goodness.
This is tough. This is Gold Rush though. Gold Rush produces like some of these like just seconds of micro basically decides everything games.
Yep.
Which is why I like it too.
Conversion for Fire, probably. Yep, he gets one. Barles is castling there. Fire just castles there. That's just like this castle for Barles just looks so dumb because he won't take any of his 2 golds here, and he also doesn't secure the middle. I can kind of see what he's thinking. He needs to get a castle up, but Fire's castle looks fantastic right now.
Yeah,
I guess
all the map.
I guess Barles, if he mines a little bit more stone, could just walk to the center and castle again. That's if he can get his vills there.
As long as Fire stays middle of his army.
Yeah, there's no way, right?
I don't think there's any way.
Axeman?
Fire would do that.
Axeman, maybe? Throwing Axeman? Can you make 10 Axemen and make a big difference here? I feel like
probably, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
But he's gonna make plumes though, right? I would say, will Fire make plumes?
He
no,
probably
Fire's continue on with the Barracks
army, yeah. Third TC
Yeah,
for Fire too in the back. I like this because going Imp here could weaken your economy, so just expand it more. You already have the gold if you're Fire. Good thinking.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh wait, is Barles producing? Barles might be going for ram. I think Barles is ram. He's trying to ram down that castle.
He'll have the hill bonus actually.
And he has +2 already. He got +2 on the castle to basically now. Fire cannot use Eagles to take it down that easily because Eagles would just die to Castle Fire.
I think this is winnable for Barles because if he takes that castle out, he can then build another one of his own. He could actually go full Axeman against everything Fire's making. And Fire won't have the castle, now again, in theory, to make plumes, which would then be his response to the Axeman. I could see this working out.
Yeah, this game weirdly has gone, I think Barles can win this too. The knights are throwing, but
yeah,
as long as some rams, if he gets like 3 rams and just starts attacking it, but I think Fire has the perfect counter already though. He has a siege workshop there and like
and pikes,
villagers around it. As long as he has just one mangonel and the villagers repair a little bit, I don't think rams can ever attack it.
Yeah, but the pikes are forward. And now the knights arrive to the center. Fire will lose some villagers. Now he did just complete that town center. And now Fire, well, this is what I expect to happen. Fire will have to respond to this. And Barles figures, I want a piece of the pie here. I want a castle in the middle. if Fire responds to this, he could also then push the castle from Fire. This is so interesting. Maybe it's just a town center he wants to build on the other side.
Yeah, I think he's using the knight's mobility very well here. Probably like he can't hit both sides. If he can't castle here, he can always try to ram down the castle that Fire has. Like, but in terms of army fighting army, he can never fight that though. There's like 18 pikes there, and you can never throw your knights into that. He needs to heal those knights. Those knights are all very low HP. He should really heal those. He should make a monster.
Oh no, Fire! Is he going to run in with the Eagles or what? Will his Eagles be in the proper position to help out against the Rams? I think Barles needs to ram down that castle. Otherwise, his chances are very slim here. Can he do it? The Pikes are coming in. The Plumes are coming in. The Maganel, the Eagles. Fire! Oh, he garrisons! And he'll eject to the other side, I think? This is hard to call. The Maganel will certainly help. That's a great response.
But that's downhill, though.
Yeah.
The Rams are getting it downhill. That's a lot of damage. There's only like 1,000 health left.
I feel like there's so little red here.
Yeah, the army's too little, I think.
But
can he get this castle? He might get this castle. Regardless.
Oh my God! That Maganel fired one final shot. Dude, look at the populations. He could get the castle with knights pretty soon. Look at the populations. Oh, and there's a castle for Barles in the center. Barles is gonna win this game. Where did this come from? The hill. What?
Oh yeah, the castle fire probably took everything. I genuinely thought that Baros lost the game there, but he's gonna win. The castle's gonna shoot down that castle for sure.
Yeah,
the castle's going down.
But now Fire's on the way to the Imperial Age. What does he do?
Helps with traps, probably.
Yeah, that castle is getting shot down. Okay, Barles needs to go full Axeman then. I don't think you go Imp. I think you just spam. You go Light Cab, you go Axeman, you go everything you can, and just hold the center. If you're in Barles' shoes.
Yep, you go Knights with Axeman for sure. Wait, how did he win that fight? Actually, he won the fight. He had like 15 Knights against 20 pikes.
He had axes. He had axes too. Oh my God! Is this a Doubt Castle for Fire? The Plumes have Bracer. Power of Axeman. Here we go. They fire slowly. Go for the Plumes first.
Give me some knights. Give me some knights. Produce like 3 knights.
This is like the weirdest fight ever. Everything's developing so slow, but I think this castle gets denied. This is a Doubt Castle.
Wait, that's huge.
That's huge. If Fire can't, he can't build another one.
There's no traps.
Yeah. And no gold.
Yeah, I don't see how he can do it. Whoa, Fire's sending like 20 villagers to get ahead to try to build that castle right now.
Yeah, I don't think he can now. The Axemen are too strong. The Axemen have armor too, so with the Maganel, with the Axemen, I agree with you. I think some knights would be useful here. Fire's just chilling out in that town center, and I don't see what the Imperial Age really gives him.
Yeah, I think he went imp too early. I think that was Five's problem. He went imp way too early before he actually secured everything. I don't think he was expecting those rams. And now Barles is just gonna kill it.
Wow,
Barles is gonna kill that new castle.
Man, that castle looked so weird from Barles, but it ended up working. And now he can take his gold in the middle. He can take the gold at his base. Again, the play here is still to just expand your eco and just keep making units. If you can hold with Castle Age units against Imperial Age units, you're fine. And I guess Fire wants to go Eagles?
Fire's going for it. Fire's going for it. 15 villagers. Wait, that's good. 15 villagers. I think he can get it.
Yeah, the Axemen are out of position. He jumped into the TC and out the other side. That was a sneaky move from Fire. Oh, it's so close again. It's so close again. It's at 85%. Surely that's going up, though.
Will this stay? I don't think it'll stay up, though.
Yeah, I don't know if it can really stay up. The Axemen, there's no murder holes. Time to research murder holes. Yeah, I mean, this is...
Fire doesn't even have a university. I was actually searching if he's going to go for murder holes because that would actually be so useful here. Wait, hold on.
Oh
Barles,
my God.
I think Barles has this. There's no way to defend this castle.
I could tell you're just as speechless as I am at the moment. It's weird when you're speechless as a caster, you actually have the talk, right? But yeah, I mean, if that castle goes down...
I don't know how this game happened. It felt so weird. Like, literally every single moment felt really weird. Because I thought for sure Fire was going to win that fight at his castle.
I think it was having Bodcanero on the castle that helped Barles a lot there. And the axeman behind dealt with the pikes. Yeah, Fire, I mean, he's going to run out of stone soon. It's not even gold that is his main concern. He's going to run out of stone.
He's making a castle in the middle again. Fire's making a castle in the middle.
What?
Downhill.
And now we have a tower from Barles to potentially deny that?
He holds it. He holds that castle.
No. He loses this castle.
I don't know.
Will this be a doubt? Daniel, we're dying over here, man. I think Fire loses the castle on the right, and he won't get the castle up on the left. This is the triple down castle. Well, no, double, I think. Yeah, double. We'll take it.
You think it won't go up? I think the left one goes up.
Nope.
Oh, no. Nah.
GG.
Wait, oh, alright, okay.
Barles wins. Barles wins. What a weird game. That was all over the place. The score is 1-1, man. You and I talked about it. Fire's prepared. Everyone knows Fire. Everyone expects Fire to go through. It's the exact opposite for Barles. He's 13th seed. He beat Slam in rounds 1, and now he's tied it up against Fire in rounds 2. What a wacky game, though.
But that was well played, though.
It was.
That was very, very well played for Barles, because I didn't think that first castle would have done anything.
Yeah.
But yet, it was the best castle ever. It was like 500 IQ and just completely, like, it destroyed Fire's army for that fight for him.
Yep.
And also, he just got, like, I guess he just got his game plan correctly, which was knights with axemen and just a lot of castle units, and he beat any sort of imperial army that Fire could make. Well, Fire couldn't even make any imperial army.
That's true.
Anything.
Yeah, he got Bracer on his plumes, and that was about it. Yeah, I mean, if you like, this castle is fascinating to me because you mentioned it when the castles were going up. Gold Rush forces you to make decisions where games are won or lost in an instant. And right there, Fire was coming forward. He knew he needed a castle. And I think if he castles anywhere else, he's worse off. Because if he castles defensively in front of his golds, it doesn't really give him an avenue to take that castle out from Fire. If he tries to castle the center, his Villas would have died because that's where Fire had his army camping. So, whew.
And that castle made all the difference. That castle won him the game.
Yeah.
We were both like, wait, hold on, this castle literally does nothing.
Yeah.
And it destroyed.
We didn't even think the fight was we didn't even think that fight would be good for Barles, you know? So, way more food, way more wood. Stone and gold collected high for Fire, but it didn't matter. The power of Franks, man. The Franks get the win, and now we move on to one of Fire's home maps. I would be very, very, very surprised if this is not Islands. I feel like Fire will always go to his strongest home map here, but he does have Cup available, which is another water map, and High Tide if he wants to go for it.
Yeah, I would say Islands too, because Fire playing Islands is just iconic. He's one of the best water players on the face of the planet, so...
Okay, sounds good. Well, before we get into the game, we'll hop into Game 3 here in a second. A reminder, guys, my co-caster is Daniel, who played rounds 1 of the qualifiers, so he kind of knows what he's talking about. He knows math, too, which is nice, because Dave and I definitely don't. Clesius, Tatata, Wrecking Ball, and Zamora. Lots of walls. Is that name Phoebe? I don't know. There's a lot of names here, guys. Thank you all for the Twitch Primes. Thank you all for the support. Viewership, support, everything has been wild today. You ready, Daniel, for Game 3?
Yep, I will open it up now.
All right. So we're now in game number 3. It's not Islands. It's Cup.
What?
That's a surprise. I really thought that Fire would go for Islands. And it's Vikings against Spanish. 2 civs we have not seen at all on this map in the qualifiers.
I think that goes back to Barros banning Japanese.
Yeah.
Because everyone thinks just Japanese is just the best. Well, other than Persians, I would say. But Persians, you probably want to use this for other maps.
True.
But Japanese is probably one of the best civ, other than Persians, would be Malay or something like that.
Yeah.
And after Japanese is banned, they still have Cross to think of. They still have High Tide, I think, right?
Yep, High Tide is good for Persians too, yep.
So all those maps, they want to save Persians or Malay or Malians or whatever, and therefore they're going for these really, really strange civs that we have not seen before.
So, I forget now. So, Fire, he played in Hidden Cup 1. In the first round, Fire actually beat Tato 3-1, which is a great result. And then in Hidden Cup 2, he had to qualify, and he lost to Jordan 23, actually, in the decider best of 7. But I recall Fire playing this, and it's been a while now. But I believe that Vikings was common. I think that people were picking Vikings almost in mirror matchups. Even Viper, I think, in the finals picked Vikings here. So it's really funny. Yeah, dude, it's so funny how quickly things change. Like, you're saying now that Japanese is one of the clear picks, but people were picking Malay and people were picking Vikings before. So Fire has something up his sleeve. And then Barles has gone for Spanish, which, if this was the main event of Hidden Cup, if this was Hidden Identities, I would say Vivi.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, only Vivi goes for Spanish nowadays. Spanish, I don't know who else can play Spanish except for Vivi at this point. I don't know. The Kongs feel weird anyways. I don't even like Spanish anymore, and Vivi still plays it. I see Vivi pick it all the time in ranked games and stuff like that.
Yep.
So for sure, I would have guessed Vivi too.
So if you pick Spanish, you almost telegraph that you're going for Conquistadors, don't you? Because they have they do have a cool water tech tree in the post-Imperial Age, but they don't have any early bonuses for water. But
see, the thing is, Vikings don't have
Fire Galleys.
So that's why I think you can potentially play Standard even as Spanish. I almost call Spanish Kongs.
They're pretty much the same thing.
But what's it called? As Spanish, you can still play... Wait, hold on. Barles didn't build. He didn't build a
dock.
I thought he was gonna go dock somewhere. That's interesting because I thought if you were to play Standard as Spanish,
go Fire Galley.
Just go Fire Galley and then boom up with like skirmishers to defend, and then go from there. Basically.
There he goes. He's just docking a little bit late, so he's good. Fire is scouting nice and early. Oh, and Fire could lose his villager building the dock. No. Barles dodge. Wow, nice aggression from Barles, man. There's something about Barles' play. He's incredibly active with his military. Do you notice that? It seems like his low numbers of military, he loves to micro. We saw it in Game 1, and we saw it Game 2. We saw it there.
Yeah, in Game 1 especially, if you remember, his Mayans army that he moved out to the left, he even pulled out the 3-4 monks that he had, while a lot of people would just forgot about them and just like left them at home to defend. But he even like took them out and with his plumes actually dealt like a lot of damage to Fire, like killing some mangonels and stuff like that. So he definitely loves those small skirmishes a lot. And I would say Fire Galleys are really good for small skirmishes, which he might do a lot here. And especially now that they dock on the same side, I think you favor Spanish more, right? If they play
just a little bit. Yeah. Like, the other thing about Vikings, which we're not talking about, is the free wheelbarrow, the free handcart. Those eco upgrades are just so insane, and that's free for them. Comes in immediately. Fire dodge, beautiful. These guys are playing really well right now.
Yeah, both of them are playing at a very good level. Barles is playing absolutely phenomenal with his army control. Fire's definitely making like a lot of correct decisions, etc. So I think both players are playing at the top of their game.
Yeah, Fire's on the way to feudal. So is he... This is what Daniel and I are confused about. If you don't get Fire Galley with Vikings, do you open up with galleys, which traditionally just doesn't work in close quarters? Do you try that, or do you do something else? It very much looks like Fire will go for another dock and go for galleys on this side.
So I've actually tested out with Fire.
Okay.
Not on Cup. But we have tried it on islands a little bit.
Yep.
I don't know. Personally, I'm just not a good water player.
Okay.
But there is...
Like every American in the scene.
Yeah, we only play land maps. Actually, only hunts, to be honest. But, what's it called? But on border, at least, I found it pretty hard as the person who's playing Fire Galleys to be playing against two, like let's say I have 2 or 3 Fire Galleys against 2 galleys and 1 demo.
Okay.
I found it pretty hard to engage. Personally. I found it very, very difficult to engage. But that requires 3 docks from the galley player.
Yeah.
Because you need 2 docks for galleys and a 3rd dock for demo, which is a huge investment on this map.
That's crazy.
If you have 3 docks on one side. So that's why I don't know.
Yeah. So Fire... Definitely thinking water. Barles, he arrives to feudal age, only 1 dock right now. So he's not even really fully combating for water, which is interesting to me. He's not I don't know what Barles is really planning on here long term, because normally you'd see 2 docks against 2 docks and 2 fires against 2 galleys, but maybe this plays into the strength of fire a little bit. But you're right, your training with him paid off in the commentary, because he's going 3 docks and he's adding a demo and also a galley at the start.
3 docks for 1 pawn. I feel like that works in what's that thing called? In like islands and stuff like that, but it'd be tough to pull off in
on this particular map. Yeah, like is it worth it? Is it worth it on this map? I'm just not so sure.
Question.
It's a huge investment, and you do have. There's a lot of fish here, so there's a couple hundred food with fish.
Oh, that demo hit.
Oh yeah, I'm a few seconds ahead of you. Sorry about that. I'm at 1150 right now. You want to speed up a little bit, but nice micro from Fire keeps his scout alive. I've noticed that Fire's scouting has also been incredibly active on the right side. If you lose the left, you can always swing back to the right, and he seems well aware of that. So,
yeah. Now, what do you do as Barles though? On this map, you don't like. I don't know. Personally, I've never seen people go scouts on this.
Yeah.
He's not really that good of a map to go scouts on, and you're not going to go Spanish archers to counterattack.
What's funny is the galleys just look to be doing nothing. It's 3 docks against 1, and Fire's just—he's kind of getting destroyed here. In all honesty.
Where are the demos? Where are the demos?
Yeah.
Oh, he's making 2 demos now. I think after 2 demos come out, that'll be good.
Barles is just casually fishing the same fish, both sharing the salmon. Oh, it's a tower!
Bro, yeah, I just saw that too.
Did you see Chad saying T90 blind? Because I saw it. Wow, so that's one thing Spanish can do, but I've never seen it on this map before. It denies the main gold.
Yeah, wait, this is like this actually turns into such like a Team Islands type of vibe of game.
Yeah.
Where like some players as Japanese against Vikings, for example, back in the days on Team Islands, you would go like not back in the days, but on Willow Kingdom and stuff like that. You would probably go like just 1 dock with Fire Galley just to punish the fact that Vikings can't make Fire Galley.
That's true.
And then you go land them. And this is basically the same idea. You're not landing that person, but you're basically just forwarding them here because you don't need a transport to land out the person. Oh, good quick wall too. Good quick wall for Barles.
Barles is on point right now. Quick walling in, so now he needs to be careful. Yeah, he backs away. But I feel like, how many idols does Fire have because of that? He has 10 idols, if not more, due to that. And Barles, I saw him get horse collar, so I think he's going to start farming for food. Now, Fire's going to have the fish, but now it's all fished out. He'll need to redock and go elsewhere. It will not be the most efficient. Oh my god. If Barles hunts down those fishing ships, how sick would it be, Daniel? Look to the north.
With the demo? Oh my. Yeah. Oh, wait. He's going to get it?
Wait. Oh my god! Barles! Oh, Fire spotted it. Man, Fire is on point too. Because if he wouldn't have paid attention there, he could have lost all 4 of his fishing ships.
Which one's faster? I actually don't know. Is fishing ship faster or demo?
The demo is slightly faster, I believe. Oh, okay. Another one? Oh, he got 2 of them! He got 2 of them! Alright, and then I guess he'll just be super annoying and run back to the other side and continue his towers. Though that is a very... The only thing that tower does is it further secures the gold and can maybe shoot the sheep. That is a weird tower right there.
Wait, TC literally shoots it down.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, Barles.
Oh, I mean, it secures the right pawn, though. If you think about it that way, it does secure the right pawn because now Fire can't really get there, and the pawn is about to run out on the left side, right? And Barles is already farming a little bit.
Yeah.
While Fire has, I don't know, 4 berry villagers with like 2 fishing ships, and he won't be making more fishing ships because it's already fished out. So
yeah, and Fire, his eco's a disaster at the moment. It is really bad. You okay?
I just dropped my mic. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it sounded like someone was dying, so I wanted to make sure you were all right.
I'm sorry. I just played that to about 8,000 people too.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. They're not worried. But
or do you guys want more? Just let me know. I can always reproduce it.
Fire's also building a preemptive tower, and Barles, since he has Spanish builders, will get his tower up behind this wood line. Like, I really feel like Fire is struggling to cope with all this pressure. Where's it going now?
as we said before, like Fire is a very clean type of player.
Yeah.
And Barles, we don't. I personally, I've never seen that many games from him, and it seems like yeah, he plays very clean, obviously, also.
Yep.
But it does seem like he thrives in those small skirmishes, also. Like he likes to play that style.
Yeah.
And this is what it shows right now, that he really enjoys just fighting everywhere, and then here and there some little harassments with towers, and then on the right side maybe a demo try to kill some ships and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's what he likes to do.
Oh, Fire lost a Vil. He lost a Vil repairing that tower. Barles, you're right. The messy strategy is getting in Fire's head. Barles is about to click up the Castle Age.
There's a demo on the left side for Barles.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wait, does he notice it? Oh, what? Wait, what?
Boom. What? How did he just get one? How did he just get one? Rigged, man.
Wait, he could have walked up close and then delete. I don't think he walked up close and deleted. He just clicked it because he assumed that it was going to kill all four.
I did too. I thought it should have at least killed two, but...
Well, that was anticlimactic.
It very much was, but you know what? He's on his way to Castle Age. He's transferring more to stone.
He's getting a right pawn. He gets, if he builds like one, well, he can always just build maybe like a galley or something like that.
You see what Fire's up to here? Fire's making a tower. Yeah, I mean, this does force Barles. No, Barles doesn't even need a defensive tower. He doesn't need to worry about this at all, actually.
Barles has a better eco right now.
Yeah.
He has like more farms and a more stable economy. He hasn't. Wait, yeah, Barles, and he's up to Castle Age, which he would start making cons, which is what he wanted for the whole time.
This is a bit risky though, because you're completely surrounded. I would say that Fire, if he makes a market, which he is doing, can buy his way up. Ooh, I like this demo here from Barles. And it might almost be better to make Fire galleys, because demos you can only use once, but maybe he'll catch the Vils or catch the archers from Fire.
Yeah, and if he makes like one or two ships there, that'll be, you know, some additional eco bonus that he can have, which is always nice too.
He seems to really want to garrison in this tower and shoot the house. Or the straggler Vils. I mean, I don't know why his Vils need to be there right now, but you know...
He's castling there.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I think he actually wants to castle Fire's face.
He can. He's gonna buy stone right now, and I think he will castle on that gold.
He's sending more Vils forward. Oh my god! Do you just delete the tower? I guess you can't. I was thinking where the tower is where the castle should be. Doesn't have the stone yet.
Behind it, I guess.
Oh, you can still build in the amphibious terrain. Yeah, so that would be possible. Oh my god, Fire! He can't stop this. He can't stop this castle. That's right on his main gold, right next to the town center. This isn't balls deep. This is Barles deep castling. Wow, this is ridiculous, man. Where can Fire run to?
I would say he run to the left side. I would honestly build a town center on the left side of the island on those 3 golds or 4 golds.
Yeah.
And then just start like buying and selling and stuff like that. That'd be all with the market. I'll just all buy, sell, and just like start making monks and stuff like that. That'll be all I'm doing, and try to boom and stuff like that.
Also,
but that's actually really good for Barles though.
Yeah.
He got to his game plan. He got to his perfect game plan. He's getting Kongs. He's not that behind. Oh, whoa!
Oh!
Whoa!
What was that? What just happened?
Wait, how did he get in?
I wasn't paying attention. Was it like did he palisade the tree or something? What?
Yeah, I actually don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened there.
I think the galleys broke a palisade.
What?
I think the galleys broke a palisade. It wasn't fully stonewalled. There was one tile that wasn't.
Okay, because you can't.
And
if it was a tree,
palisade.
you can't palisade it. So I'm glad that didn't happen because that's not allowed. All right, so he makes a tower. He's stonewalled on the left. He's still fine. And now he has conks at Fire's base. Fire's making a TC. Have you ever seen a series like this before? Just thinking back to the previous game, and now this game. This is ridiculous. But Barles, get out of there. Don't lose your conks to the TC. Barles. Uh-oh.
That's not good. You really need to know about those numbers, actually.
Yeah.
It slows down by like a solid minute or two.
Yep.
In regards to your numbers.
He does have a ram coming out and will take Fire's town center. And I feel like Fire... Honestly, go for the range. Go for Fire's range. You can take that out. If Fire doesn't really have military numbers at the moment. Like, 1 conk. Imagine if this was 3. Barles really should have kept those numbers alive. It makes such a big difference. And he could even lose this Conquistador if he's looking elsewhere. He needs to run along here. Okay, he knows. And He's out of there now. What a ridiculous game here, Daniel. This is something else.
Have you ever heard of Vivi's quote? Well, it was in Chinese, so I assume you have never heard of it. But Vivi has said that as long as you're Spanish,
Yeah.
you get the conks with manganos.
Yeah.
Win the game.
Okay.
It doesn't even matter if you're 0 TC, you can win the game. That's what he proclaimed. So
Sounds
I
like
think
Vivi.
there's always a chance for Barles. There's always a chance for Barles here.
Yeah, it sounds like something the Fat Dragon would say. I'm
Yes,
so jealous of you, by the way. The fact that you can, like, I always communicate with him in broken English, right? Very broken English, but the fact that you actually like have more of a grasp on what Vivi's personality is like, his actual language is great. I like this tower from Fire.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautifully played.
Yeah, on that gold is really well done.
Maybe if the castle gets +1 or 2 range, you can shoot it down.
Do you think
But it's
Barles
not
will
worth
make?
it, though.
Do you think Barles will make another castle? Because he has. Okay, now he has to make a tower. That's a weird tower to make at home.
Yeah, I would honestly. Well, he has to save that market. Without that market, he loses automatically.
Yeah.
Like he needs a market to buy and sell.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
would. Yeah, I would honestly sell the stone. I wouldn't even go for a second castle.
Just
At
sell
this
it
point,
all?
I would, yeah, sell all the stone, buy all the food there is, and just go for one all-in push. Because right now he's stopping Kong's production.
That's true.
Which is worse. I would say the worst position to be in than if he would just go for just a YOLO push where he still has a chance. But right now you're letting Fire boom a lot.
Yeah, and Fire has crossbows, enough crossbows to get a kill, and enough monks to get conversions. He doesn't get conversions though. Barles micros back.
Good attack round.
Oh, and he takes out a monk. Can he get the next one? He's close. No, he fires
that
on the
mango.
crossbows. Repair! Oh, the mango goes down. Oof, man, this is intense. Guard tower play. How clutch was that from Fire? It's also helping forward as well. So he's ranging farmers with guard tower, and I didn't think those towers would really have done much. And he's also keeping Barles off of his gold, and he has the gold on the left secured. So
got a conversion too on the top left. So one conk.
Yeah, I see that.
But yeah, so I don't know. Did you think that Barles was gonna win this game when that castle dropped?
I felt like he had a good chance, but the longer this
thought
goes,
he was gonna win.
Yeah.
And now I feel like Fire had this under control already. He has guard towers. He has everything covered up, and
Yep.
he has everything already. So I feel like the game suddenly took. For me, I feel like this series has always been like switching like back and forth regarding who's winning.
Yep.
Because last game on Gold Rush, it was like Barles was losing, and then suddenly one good fight, and then the game was turned. And then Barles had a castle drop on Fire's TC, and now Fire looks like he's winning again.
So here's the deal. Fire's 1 TC. Now he's Viking Eco. Without Vikings, he'd be dead, I think.
Yes.
He's adding a second TC, but Barles has been on 2. It's actually 3 TCs now for Fire. I still think your point, or Vivi's point, of Conk Mangonel kills everything is true, but against Guard Tower, you probably need 4 Mangonels and repair villagers to repair the Mangonels.
Yes, and it's not even like just one guard tower right now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. It'll take a long time.
4. There's like 4 right now, and I think Fire's finally got enough damage out onto Barles where he's confident enough to go for 3 TC boom now.
Yeah.
So he has 1 TC forward on Barles gold, and another TC on his own stone on the right side.
Yep.
They're both building 4 TCs. Barles has the TC on the right, on the right wood.
This is so weird, man. This is so weird. I like how Fire said, okay, you took my gold, I'll take yours now. I also like, you can tell Fire's in a comfortable position because he has an army on either side of the main eco of Barles. So, and he even has a conch patrolling. Fire seems to be very well aware of where Barles is and what he's up to. And that's probably the biggest concern now for Barles.
Barles is trying to go ram now in front. He's staving up rams. I don't know how many rams he needs though before he can. Wait, he's letting out 1 already.
The conchs on the monks. Fire will lose those monks. He needs those.
Wait, he lost everything.
He lost everything there, yeah.
And didn't get a single kill. That's why Conks and Mangonos kills everything.
Yep. Fat Dragon
Actually,
confirmed.
But on the right side, the ram, I think that was too preemptive. He
Oh,
ran
yeah.
way too early there. That was what I was looking at because I saw that he released one ram without any sort of protection, and I was like, wait, that's kind of...
Oh, nice guard tower. I love this guard tower from Fire. This is a sick guard tower. Right behind the wood line of Barles, that's huge. He will need some more towers at home, and he's building them now. Yeah, towers, towers, towers. I think guard tower's like the best way to defend against Conk and Maganel.
Yeah, he played. Yeah, Fire is definitely doing the right thing right now.
Yep.
But the population is actually really close, though. If you look at populations,
yeah,
it's the same. And Fire has a bunch of
galleys.
I would say empty population. Yeah, those galleys aren't really serving much to the game right now.
Yep.
Well, as I say, that they just killed the Conk.
Yeah.
But they aren't serving much purpose to the game.
Oh, and Fire's trying to tower the other side, and the Conks are going to arrive there. This could be a throw of some villagers if you're Fire.
Yeah, I don't think that would go up, right?
It's really close. It depends if Barles engages now, and how many he hits. No, it won't go up. So that means that Barles can actually expand a little bit to that left side, which he hasn't been able to do, and he needs that because he just lost the right to that guard tower.
But on the right side, just look at the right side, though. He lost like 6 villagers there because he was so focused on microing on the left side.
Yep.
He lost like 6 villagers there, so that brought his eco down back to, again, well, it was originally worse, but now it's even worse than... I really like this addition of longboats, though. These longboats are actually helping
Beautiful.
a lot.
Yeah, beautiful micro from Fire. I love the longboats as well. You already have the crossbow upgrade. You already have +2 attack. That benefits your longboats, and longboats are a lot harder to kill for Conks and Maganels. Yeah, it just seems like we were waiting for that all-in push, that one big snowball push for Spanish against Vikings. It has not happened for Barles, and so the longer the game goes, the better it gets for Fire and the more he will stabilize, especially with that center gold.
Yeah, because and also the fact that Fire's already taking Barles gold and stone on the right side means that he really doesn't have that much more natural resource for him to take.
Yep.
In general, like his gold is about to run out in his base. He's trying to expand to the secondary gold, but the secondary gold is getting attacked by longboats right now with expos. So.
That's a very smart tower from Fire. Why not make it? Because your longboats are protecting the vills. I like that. And then you have the crossbows on the counter tower from Barles. Man, I loved the strategy from Barles. It was so different, but it seems like it's all falling apart for him, and Fire is holding on his home map.
Ooh, check out that right side. Fire's dropping a castle on
the TC. Yeah, and then we have Rams. Like the Rams will take out some of these towers. This is just such a messy game. You're definitely right. Fire does not normally do well in messy games. He likes clean games. But he's ahead now.
Yeah, in the beginning I thought it was very, very sketchy.
Yeah.
Like because he was defending against Barles, and I think that he was like taken off a little bit by the fact that Barles was going both water and land at the same time, and also got a castle down. But then his response was perfect with the guard towers, and I think the right side towers was really what just made everything like just perfect. Like those actually stopped the farm production. And Barles can never make the Conks number that he wanted because all the farms are under tower, the tower sieged, and there's not much that Barles can do.
Yeah, and as Barles taps out here, I really felt like the forward towers from Fire were suspect at the time too. I thought, those towers won't do much, but it prevented Barles from expanding, and he was able to expand. I don't think... Now, granted, if you're not Vikings here, you're probably playing it differently overall. However, I don't think there's many civs that can hold against that type of a push except Vikings with free wheelbarrow and free handcart, because the amount of eco he was able to get to when he was under that much pressure was pretty insane. But well played, man. I mean, Game 1, Fire won Arabia. Game 2, Barles won his home map. Game 3, Fire has now won his home map. Like, this is going to be a sick best of 7.
Yeah, they're both playing well, too. You can see both are doing what they like to do. They're pretty comfortable in what they were doing, so definitely I think they are like both performing very well. Yeah.
I feel like the Spanish pick is a bit low confidence. I always say this with Vivi, too, so maybe you can tell him. but like, there's a reason that a lot of pros are not picking Spanish and going YOLO, because it's too risky. So maybe there he felt like Fire would be much better than him on that map playing standard meta. And he decided to go for that like all in for that reason. But it almost worked. You can't really argue against it when he came that close.
Yeah, it really was. I thought he won. That was the thing. I genuinely thought Barles won when he dropped that castle. I was like, wait, hold on. This game was crazy. Like, I didn't think that Barles could have won with Spanish against Vikings. But yeah, it really turned out to be good.
All right. M4 JZ4 with his 9 months says this is quality entertainment. Glad to hear it, man. Let's go on to game 4, okay? Game 4 is, I'll hop in now. It's slopes, and Barles is going to try something different again. Indians is a common pick. Mongols is a common pick. Barles has gone for Celts, Daniel. Now, I know you and I talked about this map. What are your thoughts on the Celt pick?
I think it's specifically to deal with Indians. Yeah. Because as soon as Celts get to, well, if Celts ever get to that point where it's Halberdiers and Siege Ram, Indians do nothing. Indians have nothing to counter that.
You're true. And, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, so I think that that's something that maybe like a Viper would pull out. Like Viper likes doing like stuff like this. Yeah. And I think Celts is just a very natural counter to Indians. So that might be it. But Indians snowball so fast though in the beginning that I'm not sure if Celts can hold on here. Yeah,
we saw Lix pull Slavs. So it's similar, I think. He went for Slavs against Indians and he beat back. So I mean it's doable. I think I told you about this, but I'm not sure. I played training games on this against Ink before he played Nikov. And before we played this map, he said to me, this is just Indians every time, right? And I said, I don't think so. I'm going to pick a counter pick to Indians. And I went Celt, and pretty much what you said. If you, the mid game, if you survive to the mid game with Celts and get the sides, Indians can't do anything against full Siege Ram infantry. And I was able, I mean, it was a ridiculously long game, and we're not as good as these two, but Celts can win. Let's just put it that way. But
yeah, I think Celts can definitely win this matchup because you have a lot of ways to delay Indians also. And on this map especially, like the map that Barles have right now, he has 2 golds back, like really, really back.
True, yeah.
That he can protect very easily. And as long as you have some gold to protect yourself from the initial aggression, and you can go up to Castle Age, like, there's always a chance for you to come back with some mangonels or something, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I think, like, this map, there's definitely a possibility for Barles to win with Celts, and I think that counter pick was, like, very smart from him, like, a very smart thinking. Like, if you don't want to go for, like, you just go straight into Indians against Indians, maybe.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because, like, maybe, like, for example, if I were playing... Well, my thing, if I was playing against Nikov, if I ever went through, was that I don't want to go mirror against Nikov. I was thinking about it.
Okay.
Because, like, really, he's really good. I've played practice games against him, and I just know that he's just really that good. So that I was like thinking about it. I was like, I really don't want to play mirrors against him. So I've been thinking about like Civ matchups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I never went through anyways. But that was my idea. So maybe that's like Barles' idea too. I'm not sure though.
I think that's it. I think that's it. If you're the better player, you pick the Civ that's expected, and then you just outperform. That's how it should go, right? And then if you're the player who you feel like you need an extra edge, you have a few trick up your sleeve. Sorry. So that's what Barles is going to try. Indian villagers on Shorefish, they hold more food, they collect food faster. It's insane. It's one of the fastest food sources in the game. And on this map, you have Shorefish in the east and west, deer in the north and south. So it's expected for Barles. He will know that this is where fire is going to be. Now, what I was thinking about is, can you go Celt Man-at-Arm Tower on this map? And can you have to full wall your base, so it's a bit awkward. But can you go Man-at-Arm Tower and take the Indian player off of the Shorefish? Maybe that's the logic here for Barles. You have the strong Celt infantry. We'll see.
I've thought about that, and I've experimented on that, actually. Yeah. I think as long as Indian scouts it, you should be able to beat it.
Okay.
As long as you scout it, you should be able to beat it. But not with this uptime, though. This is a very strange uptime for fire, I would say. He went to Shorefish really early, so I expected like a 19 pop up Which, if you go 19 pop up, if I was experimenting a little bit. If you go 19 pop up, I think as long as you scout the man-at-arms forward,
You're good. Yeah.
you bring like 4 villagers. You have like 3 scouts already. You beat it all day. But then now with a 21 pop up, it's completely different.
This is
because
like
if he goes now, you can't attack. Like you can't fight back. You don't have like 2 scouts at that moment.
Yeah.
You can't fight back against 3 man-at-arms and 4 villagers. That you can't fight that. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, this looks like man-at-arms for Barles.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm really surprised that Fire has gone up so late. I like his lumber camp in the back. He obviously expects some type of aggression, right? Because he pre-quick walled it. I'm taking the stragglers now, and we'll probably build a second lumber camp. I don't think Fire's build is... I don't think his build is good for this map. I'm just going to say it. It just doesn't seem... This is not at all what you expect from Indians. He could be in Feudal Age way faster.
Yeah, he should be Feudal Age like right now, actually.
Yeah.
I would say like at this very moment he should be. So I was surprised by the fact that he went 21 pop.
And here's the forward.
And also I think, wow, that's smart though. He abandoned it. I think that's Fire's idea, is that he was just gonna go to shorefish early.
Yeah.
Because he's just gonna get this.
Fire abandoned it. Oh.
Yeah, Fire abandoned it, and I think that is a correct play here. As soon as you see it, you abandon it because you're already late, and that's a smart play. And he's gonna wall it up. I don't think he can wall up early enough though. That stable's so suspect. I don't like it.
I don't know if this is the right play though.
You think you should fight for it?
I mean, you're right. It's gonna be towered, but let me put it to you this way. It might be the right play to leave to save the villagers, but it's bad that he had to leave in the first place, which brings us back to he should have been in Feudal Age faster.
Yes, that's true. I agree on that.
Because now he's not taking deer. He's not taking shorefish. There's no bonus that Indians have right now that makes them better than Celts. And don't tell me the units are going to get through here. The units are going to get through here. Fire is falling apart.
Yeah.
It's not man-at-arms. Man-at-arms has not been clicked. I think that Barles probably expected to be walled out.
Because maybe in his practice games also that Indians are already up, so that's why he wanted that spearman out already as soon as possible, because he expected that there's already like 3 scouts already.
Oh my god, look at this mess! Look at this mess! And this is what
Celts love. Celts already, that's already enough delay for Celts already, I think.
Yeah.
For Celts to be able to play against Indians on this map. So.
At least one vill has to die here, surely. Oh, no. No, the units get walled out. Fire did a good job to just distract the vills. Okay, Fire builds a defensive tower. Do you think Barles just... What does he do with the forward vills now? I guess he might leave them here for a future tower, because he's actually been on stone at home. And Fire's stones are forward! Both of the stones are outside the walls!
Yeah.
This is extremely punishing.
Yeah, Barles also got the stone. I really like, as you have said before regarding how the uptime was not good.
Yeah.
I think this uptime really. I think as soon as Fire saw those 2 stone, he really had to consider his uptime to be faster.
Yeah, yeah.
Because right now it's so tough. Like it is so tough to hold this without 2 stones. He has what 3 scouts right now alive, 3 scouts, and he can't produce more as soon as this tower's up because
the stable will get down. Yeah, exactly. He was repairing the stable. Now that will go down, and if you look at the food economy for the players right now, Barles, this is dreamland. He's going to wall his base before the scouts arrive. He has more farms. He has more, well, he doesn't have as many on berries, but he's taken his berries in proper order. Stone on the left. You've got to be kidding me. Fire's taking the stone on the left. Will that make a big difference? And does Barles know about that?
See it. Barles doesn't see it. He doesn't have it. I don't know. He doesn't see it. He doesn't not know.
Barles will never expect him to be over there. That is really good play, and that's also just incredibly good luck for Fire, because I doubt it was part of the plan to give up these stones and find that one. Woo.
And Barles still has one thing that I like about Barles is that he still has a scout live, which is scouting a lot of information regarding where everything is.
Yep.
And he knows that, for example, he knows that Fire didn't sneak some vills onto his pond to take fish, which is completely possible.
Yeah.
And like he's still scouting everything, so I like that. I think I like Barles' position right now in this game, like for sure. I like Barles' position.
I wonder, Barles has got to be so confused. When he sees a counter tower from Fire here, he has to know, right? He has to know that Fire has stone somewhere. It's either that or he assumes that Fire purchased it. Oh, don't tell me this scout will find it. Is he gonna look because he knows the map that well with a 1 HP scout and find that stone, Daniel? If he, honestly, if he finds that...
he's just thinking that Fire snuck out. I personally would think that.
Yeah.
I'm just checking if Fire snuck out back to this shorefish because shorefish is so valuable.
Yeah, he was looking for the shorefish. He does. Imagine if he saw the vills there, changed the whole game.
Yeah. Now it's definitely... I still favor Baros' position more, though.
Yep.
But it wouldn't... I don't think he had all the army in the world to be able to attack that stone.
That's true.
He could have definitely like towered it and stuff, but
yeah.
I don't think like it would be a delayed one. He only has like what 3 man-at-arms and like 2 spears. Won't do too much to that stone villager, and it won't kill a lot of those. But it could have been. It definitely could have been some damage.
So if you're Barles now, you just go Castle Age. Is that the play? I mean, obviously do as much damage as you can. He has checked virtually every corner to make sure that Fire's not on those resources.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, just go Castle Age. I love his 1 HP scout. Now, no auto scouting. Sorry, guys. Has gotten so much value for him. This is an incredible lesson on how to use the scout. Oh, wait. Fire. Doink! Fire snipes it. Fire knew it was on 1 HP. Avil could die here, though. Against Celt Man-at-Arms.
Let's check out those micro. Ooh, good micro from Fire so far. Losing 1 Vil. Maybe 2.
Did you lose a Vil? Sorry, I wasn't... Yeah, you're slightly ahead of me. Oh, wait. Oh, he didn't lose any! He didn't lose any. That's ridiculous. And more towers for Barles.
I thought he lost 1.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he lost 1.
Yeah. But, what's it called? I think now... I don't know. I think Barles just need to market and go up. Just build a market. I think now the more towers are a little ambitious. Because those can be countered now.
Yeah.
Those can be countered now. If he goes push up like one more tower that's actually trying to deny that goat or something like that, with 5 archers plus 1 and some villagers, like that's gonna be tough for Baros to ever deal with that.
Yep,
so.
I agree with you. And Fire, I have to give this guy credit, man. He's back on the shorefish. He has enough stone to build any defensive tower he would want. Fire, after everything, I think Fire is back in a great position, and he's also making military that will be useful throughout the rest of the game. Like, he's making archers. These villagers are exposed. I don't like that tower for Barles, and I'm with you. Market soon, buy food, and get Castle Age soon, Barles, because if you don't do that, Fire is going to be up before you, and Fire will have crossbow, and he can just rain down hell on your base with the crossbow.
Oh, the preemptive tower from Fire, too, on the gold. Yeah, that's perfect play from here.
Yeah.
So,
it's
Wait,
amazing.
Does it shoot the villagers?
No, it just hits the tower.
Gotcha.
But it really is amazing how well thought out this strategy was from Barles, but also how Fire was able to adapt to it all, right? Not many people would, well, I'm sure all high-level players in this qualifier would look for that stone, but ever since he's found that, he's placed towers where he's needed. He's been making archers. He has the counter. He goes directly to the stone. And Barles has to bail on his stone. And Fire will be the first to Castle Age.
Yeah, I thought that Barles had the better eco in general in the beginning. But then he went the right side to tower. I think that
was a misplay.
Could have been. Yeah, I think those 4 villagers could have built like a market or something, and then just go up like a lot faster.
What is this? Hold on. Sorry to interrupt, but first he placed a bad lumber camp. He deleted it to place a slightly less bad lumber camp. What?
It's safe, you know. He wants those villagers to be jumping into that tower as soon as possible. So that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that lumber camp.
Yeah. Well, I love how Fire added a scout or 2 because he knows that the only thing that Barles can defend with would be skirms. However, if Barles switches it up and goes for sneaky knights, maybe Knight Siege here. It could be interesting. I think Knights actually are the play for him as opposed to just straight skirm.
Yeah, that was very smart. I don't think Fire's gonna expect that. So Indians, even though he's Indians, might not add camels in the beginning. He's probably gonna add like siege workshop right now to clear up these towers first. Yeah. And then go crossbow and then some TC. But he wouldn't expect that. He wouldn't expect that knights and siege pressure. Yeah, I think I mixed Fire and Barles and said Farles. I think Fire should go for a TC on the left to secure a wood line instead of a TC in the center. Yeah, for sure, because he's out of wood almost. Like, well, I mean, this map just runs out of wood really easily on your own base, so
Yeah.
that's definitely. Ooh, he went for 1 camel and 1 scout.
Yeah, the camel actually dives in underneath this crappy lumber camp. Garrison the Ville, Barles.
Oh, he got 1 villager.
Oh, yeah, good Ville snipe. And he's also shooting... Fire's just playing really clean now. He sent archers inside of his tower. He's shooting that tower down. The right side towers just didn't make a whole lot of sense. And Barles is definitely... I would consider him behind now. But didn't we talk about how...
You should be behind.
Exactly. You should be behind. So if you're okay, if you're still alive with Celts, maybe this plays out more in your favor as the game goes on. There are the knights.
He hasn't added town center yet, which might be problematic later on.
Yeah.
But he has added. He's going pike knights against Indians, which is what Licks went against Bakht, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is definitely. I mean, the knights are worse from Celts, but the pikemen are stronger. So I don't know. I'm not sure if this will work out for Barles because he definitely doesn't have the eco right now. But let's see what Fire makes first, I think.
I like the Cav Archer edition. He's going for Cav Archers and a few camels. You mix Cav Archers in, get enough of them, they can take out pikes, and they can also take out the knights. And these villagers, they were just... I just feel like it was never a wise decision to try to take the right-hand side in the way that he did here. Oh, but the pikes could take out 2 Cav Archers. That's really good. And the villagers are on the move back. Actually,
yeah, the knights are here. Yeah,
that wasn't too bad.
Single villager, right? He didn't lose a single villager in that interaction.
Yeah, exactly. He lost 2 before, but he was fine there, at least for now. And you're right about no town center for Barles. He's adding a second, and he's adding ranges now. Man, he's doing everything.
Man, that's such an NBL thing. If he has like elite skirmisher or something like that at this very moment, adding elite skirmisher is just such like a strange thing to do. That I don't know. See, I think his thing would have been. I think optimally for me, if Barles were to stay on the left side on those 2 stone and just mine those 2 stone, basically get a market there, and then start producing some spearmen and feudal age, and then just go for like a siege
pike push. Yeah.
Left side. Yep. That would have been like a very good pressure for him to stay alive, like because that's just pressure that Fire has to deal with, and he will have to stay alive until Imperial Age. But now I think Fire's gonna be able to put on whatever pressure he wants. Whenever he, like, he's gonna raid you till death.
Yeah, I think it's really tough to snowball into that slow style push on this map. That's ultimately the goal, but it's really tough because of how much mobility puts you into good positions here. But nice conversion for Barles. He doesn't have any upgrades on the knights, but it's giving him some space and some time to breathe. I love how you've mentioned MBL like 3 times already. MBL is going to be co-casting.
I'm the biggest fanboy. I'm honestly his biggest fanboy, to be completely honest. I watch the stream like all the time.
Yeah, man. MBL's best. Well, I can't say best. There's a lot of people out there, but he's one of my favorites as well. He's also co-casting Doubt vs. Tim with me tomorrow, which should be a treat. So
can't wait.
65 vills for Fire right now, and 59 for Barles, but he is on 3 TCs.
And he got the right side wood without being punished.
Yep.
So he has wood income now, which is all you need for pikes and skirms.
Yep.
So I think he can hold on. As long as he can hold on till a certain time.
Yeah, exactly.
He could win this. There's always a chance to win. But he's got to hold bottom, though, on the forest. He chopped it. He overchopped already on the bottom forest, and now that's where Fire's moving to. I'm not sure if Fire's going to hit it or not.
Well, Barles, honestly, Barles has to have the game sense to know that Fire's going to go for raid. Because he's not threatening Fire in any way right now. He has to know that Fire's arriving to his base, and at least, wow, that was quite a reaction time. He immediately reacts, but if this wasn't a recorded game, I would say that he was listening. Holy crap, but no, I mean, still the damage is done. He loses vills. He has about 20 idols now that he should have never had. And this is the difference between a mobile army and a slow army. And it's Indians who have that mobile army, and Fire's using it to perfection.
Yeah, this is tough. Like, because before I would say the army was untouched.
Oh,
so then I mean the eco was untouched, so it was good. Quick.
Oh, it was close. And he tries to turn on the style, and after Fire leaves, receiving no damage at home, right? Oh no, he got raided by knights. What? What? He lost like 4 vills?
Yeah, no upgrade knights doing damage against +2 TCs. Damn.
That's one of those, and no offense to Barles if you're listening, that's one of those attacks that's so stupid it works. Because your opponent would never expect no upgrade knights to run in underneath TCs. But it worked! And now it's 76 villagers for 72 again. What on earth was that, man? And Fire also lost some cav archers in the process.
Yeah, I don't think he's at that critical mass anymore.
Oh, Fire is going to town center the deer.
Yeah, no, that's I guess you can use it for farms later, but
it's a farm TC. I mean, I prefer it on the wood line, and then you can still take the deer, but it is what it is. I think the fact remains Fire's military, 24 military, is much stronger, much more mobile, and it strikes fear into the hearts of Barles' people for sure. How did he not get more conversions there? Yeah, go ahead.
Barles, like the small army, like the things that he's doing with just like very little army is so good. Like I'm pretty sure every single monk was converting a different cav archer, which is not easy to do while you're trying to get eco out and actually microing other stuff as well. So that was very well played from him.
Barles, bail on the TC for a second, buddy. Bail on the TC for a second. Because Fire could see that. Alright, well, it's too late. Fire says, thank you very much. He kills 2, and he might kill 3. He might even kill 4 villagers here. I agree with you. Have you ever seen Barles' point of view? He does stream. He just doesn't stream frequently.
I see, the thing is, our time zone difference is huge, so I don't think I've ever watched it.
Okay,
but,
well, he doesn't stream a lot, but when I've seen him, he's incredibly quick. He kind of reminds me of Hera, because when he has his mic on, you just hear click, 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 click all the time. Like, all the clicks. That's exactly what it sounds like to me.
What's this? I think Fire can take this fight.
I think he can.
No +2.
Yeah.
There's no +2 on those skirms. No +2 defense. I think it would be a very easy fight for Fire to take and just deny that TC further.
Then again,
he didn't deny.
Then again, Barles, he doesn't care about skirms long term. So he'll take that fight. Fire probably cares about cav archers long term. Barles will build a castle. Fire is about to go imp though. That's dangerous.
Yeah. I don't even know if that was a good trade for Fire anymore. Even though he didn't have the, even though Barles didn't have the +2, like what you said, like, not sure if those elite skirmishers are what he wanted anyways.
Yeah, but now Fire has light cav. That's sick.
Yeah. I actually think if Fire made a transition onto, like, there's a thing that could potentially work would be some hand cannons with
cav archers, possibly.
Yeah, with cav archers, with some light cavs, with some bomber cannons would be okay against Celts, probably.
Yep.
But now with this but I would say on this map, it's probably better to have a mobile army where it's just cav archers and like light cavs and stuff like that. But that was a potential that was like thinking could happen.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want that mobile army, and Fire, he's not messing around now. More range is on the way for more cav archers. He's definitely shooting towards cav archer and hussar. I think what's important for Fire now, first off, you're up 2-1, okay? You win this game, you go up 3-1. You have a lot of room for error. So you need to take advantage of these situations. But I think he needs to just have some units on patrol on the left. Because I think the way Barles wins this is if he controls that stone and expands all throughout his side, and Fire's doing the perfect move. Is still applying pressure on the right, building a castle where, he'll be in a great position to Trebor. But pressuring the left. I love how Fire's done this.
Yeah, and especially there's one thing, Indians have bomber cannons, and Celts do not, so that's always a plus in Treb wars where the cannons can snipe the Trebs so easily. Yep. So I would definitely favor Indians' position in this too. Yeah. But the thing is, Celts though. Celts, as soon as they get to Siege Ram, those Siege Ram has like what 363 HP or something like that. Yeah. They're so ridiculously strong. So I don't know if they get to that position, it's still tough.
Yeah. Just can he? Because now like everything starts to unravel for the Celt player. You only have 35 farms. I don't think that's eco to go Halbin Siege Ram. Maybe Halbin Capt Ram. And Fire, he is still focused on the left, and he's going to start trebbing. And Chemistry's not on the way yet, which is a bit of a surprise. He'll probably click that soon, and then he could go Bombard Cannon, like you said. And it's going to be tough, man. Fire's still being stubborn here. He won't leave this side.
Ooh, why did he open that? I don't know if that fight is good for
to get his skirms out.
Yeah, I don't know if that was... Yeah, maybe he got his skirms out and actually walled in a little more.
Yeah, I mean, still Palisade Wall, right? So the Cav Archers just go in there anyways. Celt Skirmishers are pretty bad, and Fire even has capped Ram. Fire knows he needs to finish this quickly. He knows how dangerous Celts can be. I can't stress it enough. These Cav Archers, huge.
Yeah, these Cav Archers are doing just so much damage to these pikemen right now.
Yeah.
But he should get the Petarsian tactics or something like that.
Did you call them Petarsian? Petarsian.
English is my second language, man. You gotta chill out. But,
all right.
What's it called?
All right. Well, it's Parthian. All right.
Parthian?
Or it might be Parthan. I always call it Parthian. But anyways, whatever that's called, you're right. Is he getting it now?
He would need it to kill some pikemen.
Yeah, he would need it soon, yeah. But, I mean, the castle's going down for sure. I don't see how that castle ever survives. A 170 population for Fire. Great micro from Barles to repair the Mango and get some extra value. You're definitely right that he gets a lot of value from low numbers of military.
Yeah, and now he's pushing this, which... I mean... Oh, if those were those are siege rams.
Siege rams, he could do it, yeah.
Yeah, then I think he could have tried to just get rid of that castle, but right now with cat rams and only like 3 pikemen, I don't think he can do that. Because Fire doesn't really have army to deal with the rams yet, which he's adding stables now, which is why he's adding stables now. And as he's afraid that Barles has the eco to do so, but to do whatever. But I don't know. Baros ecos should be decent. He has like 130 villagers.
I don't know. I think they're not in the right spots. He only has 36 farms.
Oh, gotcha.
And like
I wasn't checking those numbers.
Yeah, if you have like maybe 50 plus, you could maybe get there. But compare this to Fire, for example. Fire has 44, and he's been making mainly Cav Archers. So a beautiful micro from Fire. Look at that, beautiful micro. Not that you shouldn't kill that at this level, but he does. And Bayer gets the win. He wins game number 4, set map on slopes. I feel like, well, now it's easy to say that the Celt gamble didn't pay off, but I still like how Barles. I like how he sees the game, right? He just couldn't pull through.
Yeah, that was definitely a good idea, which I can definitely see that in the actual Hidden Cup.
Yeah.
Some people try to pull that off for sure because it's doable. I genuinely think it's doable. It's not like a 50-50, but you can then save Indians for other maps, which could be good. For example, El Dorado.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Indians has lost against Slavs. I actually think Slavs are better than Celts because it's with Celts they chop wood faster. And then they make the farms to get food. With Slavs, you might not chop the wood faster, but the farms, when you build them, you're bringing in that food earlier. Like, your mid-game is where you're weak against... your mid-game has to be stable, I guess, when you're up against Indians. I feel like Slavs have a slightly better mid-game. But you have to watch how Licks played it against back. Incredible game. But Fire's just looking good right now. Did have a shaky game in game 2. He's up 3-1 now. It more of every resource there. And to me, it was all about finding that stone. Stone and Feudal Age saved the game for him, and also the mobility in Castle Age. There's situations there, Daniel, where you can still get to Cav Archers and lose if you don't know how to use them, and he used them well.
Yep, yeah, he definitely has experience with Cav Archers and every single unit, and he definitely used the mobility very well, and definitely won the game off of that, snowballed it very hard, just well played in general.
All right. So, we move on now. If Fire wins the next game, then Fire will be joining the rest. He will qualify for the main event of Hidden Cup. The next game is going to be on another home map for Barles. Didn't work the previous game. Wait, no, the previous game wasn't his home map. Sorry. It did work in... God, I'm so bad. Game 1, Fire won. Game 2 was... Okay, yes. Game 2, it worked. The home map worked there. Sorry. I was like all over the place, man.
Yeah, I forgot to.
Yeah,
Game 2 is the Gold Rush. Game 2 is the Gold Rush. Yeah.
Okay. So we have Hideout or Cross remaining. We'll hop in now. Let's go.
You in the game?
I'm in the game now. Welcome everyone back to game number 5 now between Fire and Barles. Honestly, at this point, let's say Fire wins this. Fire is going to be extremely good in this, I think, because this is such a build order oriented map, and also it's a mirror Civ matchup. But I think if Barles loses 4-1, I think he's gained a lot of respect from people, and the next time another tournament comes around, people will definitely know his name. Would you agree with that, Daniel?
Yeah, he played very well. I mean, he beat Slam. Like,
yeah.
He beat Slam. Slam was, like, one of the players that I would say I was genuinely afraid of facing. Like, he's, like, very, very strong. Slam was a very strong is a very strong player.
Yeah.
And he beat Slam. He got a game from Fire while playing just very solid overall in every game. And has definitely showed that he has, like, creative ideas regarding strategies, which is always good in tournaments in general, because your preparation means everything in tournaments, right?
Yep.
So I definitely think, like, people would be, like, definitely take him more seriously and also look at his games to try to review him and prepare. If I were to, like, for example, if I were to face him next time, I would definitely try to, like, watch these Rex again and to see, like, what he's up to.
So we had Cumans against Britons earlier in the day. You have no Mayans, no Aztecs available for these players because they were globally banned. I think Mayans would be a strong pick here. Britons is showing up virtually in every best of 7. Very strong Civ. Why has no one tried Persians is my question. Like, I'm really surprised we've not seen Persians yet. Other players were picking Persians really early. Are they saving it for the potential cross, maybe? I guess that could be part of it. Ah, High Tide's available too. That's one of Fire's home maps.
Yeah, I think High Tide is very Persians dominant. Personally, I've like practiced on Persians a lot, and I feel like they're pretty good.
Yeah.
So definitely High Tide, and I also think Khmer is something that I haven't seen too much, but I thought that Khmer would be pretty good in Hideout too. Yeah. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure how that matchup goes with Hideout. Because I just banned it, and everything. But I'm not sure. So with Britons, I'm not sure if Britons or Khmer wins.
Okay.
So
I think it'd be really close.
Yeah, but Britain's War, I think it's just, it's a very slow-paced game where I think both have a chance, but I think suits Fire a little more. Yeah. But then it's Barles' home map, so he might have some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised that he picked this as a home map against Fire because I think it suits Fire's strengths. Fire likes the game to be clean. He doesn't like the game to be messy. He is incredible with build orders, like you said earlier. So if we're talking about a situation where it's fast castle into crossbows, I think Fire would love that. I think it'll be very comfortable. Though you do start with palisade walls. It's not like stone walls, so you don't have a guarantee of safety. And the players are actually quite close to one another. So this is one of the few hideout map gens in a Britain's Mirror matchup where you could possibly justify going for something other than just FC.
Did I, like, break my microphone again?
A couple times.
Wait, I'm, like, genuinely not trying to move right now. I think every time I move a certain wire, the sound comes out.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to move my leg, and I'm going to try to move my body in a way that I won't affect the microphone. 1 second.
Okay, you do the dance. It's called the microphone dance. Move your legs, move your body.
Yeah, that's why I said that the microphone is pretty potato. But let's go back into the game. I think both players have a pretty bad gold.
Yeah, I
in
thought
regards
the same.
to how you would be, like, in regards to how the map is generated, I don't know if it is intentional that the golds are always outside, like on the outer edge of the map.
Oh, don't lose the Ville.
I feel like it would be tough for players to go FC on this, right?
Yeah, so this hideout version is there's going to be a slight change going into the main event where we adjust the neutral gold and relic distribution. But yes, it is intended for there to be a main stone and a main gold within the walls, but forward. Instead of, you've seen hideouts where, let's say someone gets Spanish or Mayans and they have their stone to the right of Barles' TC, where the straggler is. Like, that is something we want to avoid. So you do have the option to go aggressive. And I actually feel like picking, if you would have saved Celts and expected Britons here and gone Man-at-Arm Tower as a counter pick to Britons, I feel like that could have been a decent choice here for Barles. Maybe go Indians in the previous game and go Celts here, and if you delay Britons enough, maybe you can, like, you go forward, you tower, you pressure, you stonewall the sides, and you boom. You never know.
Yeah, I think Celts is a very good pick against Britons too. But right now, I think both players are just going FC as I'm seeing, which I'm kind of surprised as to, because it's just the gold looks kind of ugly from Fire. It looks like a tower would get him completely off gold unless he goes outside. So I'm kind of surprised by that. But I guess because both players are Britons, that they just expect both to be going for an
I think that's
FC
it.
crossbow play. So then that's why he's not too worried about it.
Yeah, I think that's it. So, I guess while we wait, because this is Fast Castle and we probably won't see a whole lot else, and we've mainly talked about the games, I know that you weren't pleased with losing in round 1, but what was your experience, I guess, in the qualifier? Like, how did you feel playing? How did you feel about the fact you could participate? All that stuff.
Honestly, I was very, very excited in the beginning. I was before I actually played, at least I was extremely, extremely hyped that there were 8 spots, because for me as a player, I know for a fact I'm not as good as, like, let's say, like, you know, Tato and stuff like that.
Yep.
So I don't expect myself to get invited. Like Tato, Hera, Viper, you know, those guys are definitely better than me. But for me, I think it was very, like, you know, just interesting, or like encouraging, that I get to, like, participate potentially.
Yeah.
Because 8 spots, I only had to potentially, if I were to win, it would be 2 best of something series that I have to go through, and I could potentially participate in a Hidden Cup.
Yeah.
Which I thought was that I had a chance. Obviously I didn't. I don't now. But I thought that was very interesting, and
Okay.
I practiced a lot. I would know that me, Belgium, definitely, I would say other players like Ink also tried to. I practiced with Ink quite a few games. Basically, these are players I would say that are lower seeded, and we all practice a lot.
Okay,
And,
good.
So definitely, I think, like, it's good for lower seeded players to be able to play a little bit, because we want to play in these tournaments too.
Yeah. I mean, that's my biggest takeaway. When it's all said and done, we might look at the names that qualified, and a lot of those names might have been almost expected, but I feel like it's really negative for the competitive scene. Okay, what is Barles? Hold on a second. What is Barles doing here? He's going Market, Blacksmith, Fast Castle, and now he's going to Stone with a ton of vills. This is weird. Like longbows?
Longbows. That's kind of fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, that is very, very fantasy play, because I don't know, can you get longbows that easily? It's very, very tough to go longbows here. That wall is smart though. That wall to extend a little bit so crossbows can't hit your stone. But I don't know, can you get away with it that easily? Maybe he goes 2 town centers first, I think. I think you have to go
maybe
2 town centers first to protect your resources before you actually get to the castle.
Okay. Back to my point real quick. I think it's really important to the scene that players like yourself, and basically anyone who is close, to have a chance to show themselves. I can't imagine with... Now, I understand it, and you said it yourself, like, the names that get invited to events, it makes sense, right? They're worthy of it, but at the same time...
Yep.
Yeah, but, like, at the same time, you've got to breathe new life into the scene. So like, after this qualifier, the biggest takeaway for me is just going to be how many new names that people got to watch, and how many talents that people are now aware of. So I thought it was cool.
For example, like AJ, I would say, did a very good showing this for
against
sure.
Tim, yeah.
Yeah, against Tim, he went 3-2, right? I saw that series, and he went 3-2 against Tim, which Tim is definitely, like, a very notable name. Once upon a time was, like, almost #1 in the world. So definitely, like, just these players that you've probably never heard of because you don't play ladder games against them, they're very good players too. So
well,
going back to this game though,
here's the problem with the strategy that Barles has just gone for. You go to Stone for whatever. He's building a... Don't actually build the market. You have a market. Wait,
why not Siege Workshop?
He has a market. Is it like 2 market trade? Is this a diplomacy game now? What? I think he wants to buy a cat. Oh boy. So, Daniel, explain what's wrong with what Barles is doing right now.
So right now, with the 650 stone that you have just invested in the castle, you have officially got yourself behind because you use all the stone to get a castle up instead of putting it to town centers.
Yep.
And also, you have 0 army roaming around your map right now.
Yep.
So right now, Fire has 4 archers that basically knows exactly what you're doing.
Yep.
While you have no map control at all, your scout is just wandering around the map, just checking things. That's basically all the map control that you have. And Fire's preparing 3 TCs with a monastery, and he will be able. And even if you get longbows, which is technically the stronger unit, you're still against 1 archery range that is able to produce crossbows, which crossbows aren't that bad against longbows.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have more numbers because he started producing it earlier than you. So that's why I think this play. That's why both me and T90 were very surprised when we saw this play.
And also, I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think Arbalest with full upgrades, if we're thinking long term, is better than Longbowman with full upgrades if you don't have elite. I think Arbalest have 5 more HP.
Do they?
I think Arbalest have 5 more HP than a longbow when it's not elite. So you are pretty much tanking your eco, right? For a little bit of extra attack in this age. At this point, Fire already has 3 TCs pumping, and Fire will have a 10+ Vil lead. So not at all what I would have expected, but does this come back to the fact that Barles is down 3-1 against a player who's expected to go through? Does it come back to that? Does he feel like if he plays meta against Fire, it won't work? I think that might have a lot to do with it.
That is surely what I would think it is, but
Yeah.
I don't. Again, I've never talked to Barles ever, so I don't know. But I think. See, the thing is, he's going a very all-in strategy now.
Yeah.
He built it universally.
What? Whoa, a university?
Yeah, he's about to go ball. I think he wants to go ballistic. Wait, what? Why is he adding a town center now? I thought he was going to go ballistics and like a very strong, like some players do it on arena, with the longboats and just some rams, so just start to ram down things that the other player has.
Yeah.
So I thought that he was going to do some sort of play like that with the longboats and some siege and just try to attack Fire while Fire isn't ready.
Yeah.
He is starting a siege right now, but adding the second town center was I didn't think that he was going to add a second town center because I thought that he would want ballistic as fast as possible.
So you know what's interesting? Fire would never, ever, 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 ever prepare for this. And when you do go for a boom, there is a bit of greed involved. So
Yeah,
Fire's
he's going 4 TC right now.
going 4 TCs, and will have longbows with Bodkin Arrow, and potentially Mangonels, and all Fire has is crossbow. Okay, he will have some numbers, but like, we know Barles is a micro nerd. We know he likes to go aggressive. The players are pretty close. There is a chance that this actually works.
Yes, and I would say that if Fire loses that main gold, it would be very problematic for him because all the other golds are outside.
Yeah.
Even though he can wall in the one right now that he has with TC, he can just stonewall it, but it's still tough for him to get this gold back. And the fact that also Barles is preparing stone right now, he has stone villagers still, and he could always drop a castle.
Yeah, I think Fire needs to have the game sense to know he'll need a defensive castle here. He's not gone to stone yet. Barles is still on stone, which could lead to another castle in maybe 5 minutes time or earlier than that. This is, if Fire survives, he should have an eco lead, but are you surprised that it's only 6 or 7 vills or like 8 villagers? I'm really surprised it's not more. I thought Fire would be further ahead.
Maybe wheelbarrow? I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good point.
But then I haven't checked yet, but that could be it. And also the fact that I don't know about this too. Double Siege Workshop. Do you see this from Fire?
I mean,
I'm not sure if Siege Workshop is the thing to deal with longboats because longboats have 6+2, so then they shoot mangonels with 2 attack instead
what?
of
Okay, I guess Barles uses the longbows to finish it off. But yeah, you're right. I think it's just a gamble. It's fire once and hope for the best. Fire, for lack of a better word. And oh, the split from Barles! What a player, man! Oh, unfortunately, he loses those 2 longbows. I'll take the blame for that one. He also lost this longbow here, and Fire, I think, he's probably positioned himself nicely to defend just until that eco kicks in.
Yeah, he is stabilized, I think. I think Fire is stabilized here. Well, but it's ballistics against no ballistics, so
Yeah.
he can definitely play this out.
And we'll have the Barles Deep Castle coming at some point, right?
Oh, for sure.
The forward castle.
Look at that, 500 stone right now. He's about to drop. I think he's about to drop one on this little hill thing that he can range the gold with. I think he might do it.
I mean, it's kind of awkward because longbows
Wait, hold on. Barles is sending those longbows to the right side now. There's
What?
new longbows are all towards the right. You see this? There's like 6 longbows. They're just chilling on that. Chilling on that neutral gold.
That is
I think
weird.
he thinks it's enough to have 7 longbows and longbows. Wow, English is a tough language. But what's it called? Like mangonels and 7 longbows is enough for him to be able to like defend.
Yeah,
so.
You're right about wheelbarrow, by the way. I think he wants to town center that gold out there, but he's just now getting wheel and fire has had it. So fire's boom. Now you'll start to see the difference in the bill count.
Yeah. Let's see. I think he can micro nerd this again because with again with ballistics he should be able to.
Okay, good micro from both.
Yeah, that was just perfect micro from both. There's not much to talk about there.
Except there, fire receives a hit. Here come the villagers. If you have any chance here, you need to push here, Barles. And oh no, the castle was supposed to go here.
On the right side, but that doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's where the problem comes from. He had those, I don't know, like 10. Wow, there's actually 10. There's like 10 longbows on 10 long bows on the right side right now, doing absolutely nothing. Like if those 10 longbows was there, I think he could have micro nerded every single mangonel or every single crossbow out. So I'm not sure what the intent was with the.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, maybe he was overconfident. He probably knew, this is probably what went through his mind. I'm behind an eco, so what I need is God tier micro on the left, and I need God tier control on the right. And he thought he would need both, and unfortunately, I think the safer play, and probably the play that made way more sense, was, well, hold on!
Okay. Okay, Barles was like, you two are both wrong. Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, he still has the longbows on the right side, and he is really harassing Fire's economy. But he gave up the hill, which... I mean, now where do you even build the castle? I think you almost need it defensively in front of your gold. Fire just uses the vills against the siege workshop. He's sick of this.
Yeah. Well, he has 2 villagers on the right, too. Barles has 2 villagers on the right. Attempting for another
siege push, maybe
on that side, probably. But now he has to really take care of the left side, though. He needs a castle, like right now on that gold, as you said. He needs that for sure.
And I still feel like with less economy, he should be an imp way later. And Fire now can breathe and take all the resources he would want, except for what's on the right here. But the scorpions and the repairs from Fire, that's so good. Even converted 2 with monks. That's a nice farm there, Fire, but solid defense.
Yeah, that would be a T90 farm. But what's it called? Let's see.
They do it too.
I don't know what he could. Wait, he's building a Rax. That has to be a misclick.
A barracks?
What?
He wants a knight. Probably. He's probably thinking knight for the scorpions. His brain's not working properly though because there's still monks out there.
I thought that he like misclick. You know how in DE if you hit B twice, it automatically switches on. Well, no, if you hit BE for a house and you hit B again, you can build a barracks.
Yeah.
That's basically what I thought it was. But
maybe though. I mean,
looking at you right now, he is definitely building a stable. So
okay.
Yeah,
micro?
I think you were correct.
Oh,
on the left side, he's winning.
Kind of.
Yeah, he took out the crossbows. But I don't think it matters anymore. I think Fire just goes up now, right?
I've been waiting for Fire to win, basically. I've been waiting. We've been talking about all the things that Barles is trying to do. I've been waiting for Fire to push his victory home and make it into Hidden Cup 3. And oh god, he's building a castle on that hill. It's potential that he could fail here and not get that. But with proper micro...
Oh, if that delete. Oh, he didn't even need to delete that to kill that mangonel, really.
The longbows helped a little bit. Fire?
Wait.
Fire? Oh my god, Fire, what are you doing? No!
Wait, Fire into deer. Wait, hold on.
Fire could lose this it's a doubt castle. He's on his way to imp without a castle. It's a doubt castle. All hail.
Wait. Oh wow! Wait, what? I wasn't expecting this.
And
I
then
swear, this series has been just exactly the same thing. Like,
it's so true.
there's some like strange castle happen, and then we're both like, "Oh wait, whoever has to win is gonna win now."
Yeah, and they
then
don't.
Some strange castle happens, and then just I don't know, some crazy castle age craziness happened, and then we are both like, "Wait, hold on, the game can't be turned right now." And I think this is what he needs. I think he can
This is
turn
what
this
he
right
needed.
now.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't clicked Imp, which is a concern. But I like how, look, he's adding scouts, and he's sniping the scorpions. And then he had this one scout, which actually brought fire to that neutral gold in the north, which is quite nice. But, you know, things are looking up a little bit for Barles. He's now on his way to Imp. He has 2 castles. So if he gets elite longbow, they're better than Arbs. And he started the production of longbows, which we talked about the risks about that. So there's a lot of risks with going for longbows. He's all right, at least.
He has that hill.
Yeah.
That hill is probably one of the most important hills in this game right now. So I can see him holding it, but Fire did a pretty cheeky tower on the middle. So what I want to see right now maybe is if Fire chops through it and start raiding.
Oh.
That would be just 10,000 IQ, because that would be the play that I don't think Barles can sustain, because any raid to Barles' eco right now would be just like the biggest, like just a blow to his eco that he cannot afford to have.
Yeah, I agree.
While Fire can like throw a little bit of eco for some advantage on the map. So I definitely think there's a chance for both to, like right now, Fire definitely is still in a better position.
Yep.
But with that hill, I think Barles can hold on.
He can hold, yeah. I mean, we'll see what he can do with it. Still being much later to the Imperial Age hurts, especially when Fire is already adding Trebs, and he's going for capped ram. So what you need, and if you're Barles, you need to have your own mangonels behind your castle to prevent the rams from doing any damage. Are you really? Look at this nerd. All right. If he doesn't micro well enough here, this could be the series. I don't know if it was worth it.
Yeah, for 3 mangonels, I don't know. To lose that many longbows, especially because you want them in the Imperial Age, that's tough.
Yep, the rams are huge.
Wait, hold on, he's building another university.
What?
Wait, Barles is building another university.
He wants 1 for chemistry and 1 for hoardings, probably. Or, not hoardings, masonry. So he can keep his castle up. But I don't know if he has the eco for a lot of this, right? And the big issue here, Fire has skirm. Remember, regular longbows, there's nothing special about them. It's elite. And then, oh, Fire!
5 cap rams, that's huge.
And he put the skirms inside the rams, too.
And he's gonna build that castle. He's gonna try to build that castle, which I think he can, right?
Yeah. Well, oh, yeah, the units go invisible, guys. Oh! That's a glitch that Microsoft are aware of. They just disappear, and I don't know if that's the actual game, or if that's the recorded game, but when you garrison units and rams and then eject them, there's a bug with them right now. But yeah, the castle goes up for Fire. Great patience from him, right? And I don't know if Barles can do too much now. His back's against the wall.
But yeah, I think he played well overall this series, though. He really showed up with some plays here and there, and definitely, I would say, made Fire have some heartbeat here and there. So definitely wasn't. I don't think Fire definitely did not think that the series was easy, because there was quite a few moments where I was like, wait, hold on, Fire can definitely lose this. For example, the cup game with the Spanish Cons, that I genuinely thought Fire could have lost that and stuff. So definitely made Fire sweat, and I definitely think Fire just played very well this series, though.
Played very clean, very smart. It's so weird with Fire. It's when you're looking at a player like Fire, it's almost like everyone's trying to kill him. Like, he's not overly aggressive, but he's just able to go for the eco approach and hold. And it's actually how smart competitive AoE2 is. Viper, for all of his memes and Silver Boy and fantasy plays, Viper's the same way. Very clean, very defensive. I don't get the
Silver Boy meme. Can you explain that? I genuinely don't.
Viper, he got a silver medal in a tutorial instead of gold.
Oh, okay.
so the best player in the world couldn't get a gold medal in the tutorial.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
It's all right. We all have our flaws. Some people have farms. Some people have tutorials. It's fine, man. Have you got a gold medal on any of them?
I didn't know that there were tutorials that existed. So.
Daniel's like straight into the try hardness. Now it's Art of War.
Fire did what I said. He put a castle in the middle. That's what he was. That's what
Yeah,
Barles was trying.
and on the right
I
too.
think we didn't focus because we were thinking that the game is over. So
yeah, I mean,
at
it
least
pretty
terms
much
of
is.
walking in. Yeah. I just think that he's holding on because the last game in the series, he really wants to push it forward. But
Yep, GG. Wow. 4-1, as you said, a respectable result though. Barles, he had a very difficult bracket, guys. He had to face off against Slam. Most people said Slam 3-1. Barles beat Slam 3-1. And then up against Fire, it was always going to be tough. I think he played well every single game. He had a few shaky moments, but if he practices and continues to play, he can definitely go places in the future. So as always, guys, send some salutes into the chat for Barles, please, because like Daniel, I guess, you know, he hasn't had an opportunity to show his skills to the world until recently with the qualifier. And obviously Fire is back and participating in Hidden Cup yet again. He will be one of the hidden identities in the main event March 19th through the 22nd. Daniel, anything to add to that, man? It was a pretty solid series despite the score.
yeah, I think Barles had a chance in actually every single game. So, but it's just like those small little things that I would stay separate. Players like me, Barles, and you know all the players in that category from players like Fire, who is just like very solid in tournaments. Like it's just those little things like stonewalling with that Chinese game, and then this game being more patient rather than like being very, I guess, nervous after that castle became a doubt castle.
Yeah.
So all these are just these small little things that happened between like in every single game that made the difference. So I definitely think that all while Barles, myself, everyone in that category, if we just fix up those, we could definitely try next tournament and we can move on. But definitely congrats to Fire. I'm happy because you know I play with Fire a bunch.
Yep.
So definitely wanted him to go through. So
I'm with you. It's just down to the small moments, right? It's down to those small little moments. A few things you could improve here or there with micro, I'm sure. Like when you get to the high level, the micro, I think you said it once. The top eight's micro sometimes their macro benefits from their micro, I think is what you said. Because if they micro well, they can boom behind. But regardless, I'm with you. I think a lot of the players in this qualifier can go places, even if they don't make it into the main event.
Yeah, for sure. Who's the last? Oh, the last series is Doubt or Tim, right? Yeah, I'm looking at the qualified, and there's Doubt and Tim, and who's the last one? And Nikov and Stark.
The sets tomorrow are arguably even better than any of the sets we've seen.